I never took Rock for Draws. Yeah, guys. Yeah, this is Rock for Draws. I never took Rock for Draws. I never remember this, guys. This is Rock for Draws. I never took Rock for Draws. Guys. This is Rock for Draws. I never took Rock for Draws. I never took Rock for Draws.
Wheels spin on the ground. Sky dark rolls a sound. Echo in the heart's core. Ride like never before. Pedals screaming, wind howl. Freedom rushes through the soul. Chase the night, break the dawn. Never stop, keep rolling on.
Yo, dudes. Sorry, got a little bit of black screen at the beginning there. Just kind of setting things up a little bit differently here if I can to try to help me out a little bit. Dudes, we're all here. It's happening again. Stage 5, Tour de France. Tour of Austria is going on right too. I saw you guys chatting about that. I think it's a 2-point pro race, I believe. Stage race, pro series level. Still got 2 kilometers to go to the start here. Guys, I'm always lurking. I talk about the lurkers in the channel. I am the ultimate lurker. I see you guys talking in the chat all the time. Dudes, I've been up since before 4 a.m. That's normal. I like about a couple hours before I get this going, get the voice warmed up, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not kind of dead, flat on my feet. Aaron's in the mix. Mr. DiBiase, good morning. A few other bros here today. I'm not sure. I saw a few brand new names here already. Just going to scan back. We got Thomas here. Wants me to show stage 5. Dude, we do audio commentary here, live chat. Show us what you know about cycling. That's what I always say to guys when they're like, when dudes come in, they're like, show us the video. I'm like, show us what you know about cycling. That's what I'm going to throw back at people now. And if you let us know where you're from, we'll get you on the pin map. Dudes, let's jump into it here right now. We got a lot of tabs open today. Lots of tabs open. We are live at the tour, guys. We'll flip this one up now just to let you know. Riders aren't even at the actual start of the course yet. They're just going through the neutralized zone. We're heading from Lannemezan to Po. I think the last time we finished in Po, I believe was 2024. Jasper Philipsen, I believe. Weather today, drastically different from yesterday, showing average temperature only 26 degrees today. We'll see if that's real here right away. Let's just bounce it back a little bit. So let's just take a look here. I want to see if that's right. Jasper, here he is right here. 2024 Tour de France. I thought it was 2024. Yeah, right here. Stage 13, 165.3 kilometers. Very close to today's stage in length. And I believe here what it said today was that we're finishing virtually on the same roads. Almost on the exact same roads as yesterday. So that's going to be really cool to see. Let's get back to this live stuff here. I've opened that multiple times, haven't I? We can come back here and look at the rankings. This is stage 4 yesterday. Mads Pedersen looking fantastic here. Assisted by Quinn Simmons, leading him out at the finish line there. Once Mads went, though, it was like rocket time. Vauquelin tried to go early yesterday. Yeah, dude, you're not going to compete against Mads Pedersen in that final sprint. Raul Garcia Pernia finishes 3rd. 10th on the stage, Vashik. Vashik sits 3rd overall in the GC, guys. So if we look at the general ranking, and even better, Torsten Train. I'm not sure how you pronounce his last name. I'll say Train. Yeah, first place, wearing the yellow jersey today. Sean Quinn, the American, for EF Education Easy Post, 2nd place. Vashik finishing 10th yesterday, vaults up to 3rd overall in the GC. Poggy sitting at 4th. He's 7 minutes and 53 seconds back. So, it's kind of interesting. I mean, all the GC guys are. All these GC dudes are going to have to be going, okay, dude, I got to get back up there. Okay, flag's going to drop you right away, guys. Polka dot jersey right at the front here. I can see the yellow jersey about maybe 15 riders back. Boom! A lot of Intermarché immediately on the attack, guys. Immediately on the attack. We'll get back into this section right here. Jump away from Jasper for a second, and you'll see that we will be underway. Quick 100-meter gap. Quick 100-meter gap. If I get a gander on his number, I'll let you know who it is right now. Trying to figure out who this is right away. Show me a number. Favorites for today's guys. There it is. It's Baptiste Weisstroffer. Dude, this guy was on, I don't call it, shepherding duty with Arnaud Delis for a couple days, where he hung at the very back of the pack. He's currently, well, let's just, what is he down overall? He's got to be really far down overall. I think he stayed with Delis until almost the end, and then he had to make sure he didn't get cut off by hanging out with Delis right till the very end of that stage 3. I think this morning we got 3 withdrawals. Maybe it's 4 now. 4 withdrawals, I believe, at the race. Clement Berthet did not start stage 2 because of the time trial crash. Delis over the time limit on stage 3. Kelland O'Brien yesterday, I think he's a Jayco rider. He was over the time limit yesterday as well. I think the last place riders on course finished at around 25 minutes. Time cutoff was 37 minutes. And I think Kelland O'Brien took 45 minutes yesterday. So really cool to see him hang in there and do it. He did the entire course. And of course gets eliminated afterwards. Rails in the mix here. With the advantage Treen has, a high chance of defending his title for a long time. And at the end, even being up top 10 GC. Exactly, dude. That's the goal. That is the goal today. That is the goal for them in the race. So yeah, you can see here, I've got it now on screen. I got to move my stuff a bit, guys. Baptiste Weisstroffer is 1 hour and 6 minutes behind. So that early attack by him, they're like, go. Please go. Please go up the road. We don't want to chase it all today. You can go by yourself. We'll catch you in about an hour and a half. Should be a fairly quick stage. I'm going to guess 158.3 kilometers. Although average speed right now is kind of, okay, it's picking up now. That was just the quick average at the beginning. We've only done 2 kilometers. Average pace is almost 49 kilometers an hour right now. I'm going to keep up with the chat here. Mr. DiBiase, I look forward to the stream every day. I'm not only entertained, but I feel like I learn so much from you and the people in this community. Dude, it's the community. It's the community, guys. Dudes, tell me if you notice this. I've tried to put my phone that I read the chats on, I'm putting it a little bit higher today, just so you can look into these convict-like eyes for as long as possible. Look into my eyes, bro. Because I know half the time I'm like this. I gotta, you know what I need? I need a nice iPad here. I need I don't know. Maybe I'll go find a used one somewhere just to have as a reading screen. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So for new people here, I'm watching Flow Bikes here. That's how I see the race. And you're going to ask me, Colin, show the video. I can't. I show the video, my channel goes down. That's just how it works. So Merlier is the big favorite today. Let's just back up to that. Merlier, big favorite. Well, not big favorites. 2 of them. Merlier and Jasper, the huge favorites. Olav Koy, remember, this is his first Tour de France. He's going to have Tour de France jitters, Tour de France energy. Let's get it. Decathlon rider, too. Biniam Girmay, 4th. Mads Pedersen. I guess everyone's thinking Mads has got confidence from yesterday, and he sure does. He might go on a long-range attack. He won't be able to hang with Merlier and Philipsen like in a last 200-meter sprint. He'll have to go before that. Got Dorian Godon, Max Cantor, Pavel Bittner, all the typical names. Soren Verenskold, and here's Machu down there as well. As he could go like on a long-range break before the finish, scoot away from everyone, and just hold 400 watts for the last 15-20 minutes. Yeah, he can do that. Dudes, that's the start. We're underway. Aaron saying, Treen will be lurking in the top 10 for a while. What will UNOX do with Tobias Johansson? The stage normally will be in Abramson Day. Dude, I've got Abramson picked right now in my fantasy league. If we come to my fantasy league right now, I think I picked him today. So this is my fantasy league over at Tour de France. And so if I look at team number 1, no, I took Fretton. Yeah, I took Milan Fretton. I think I had Abramson yesterday. Anyways, that's we're right there. Take a look at Tour Tracker here, see where they are on course. We're starting in the south, heading north. Winds very, very light out of the north. Here's our start town, foothills of the Pyrenees. We'll be heading north, start swinging to the west, heading into Pau, which is going to set us up for a horror stage tomorrow, guys. Horror stage coming tomorrow. Only thing I don't have open right now is Bike Terra. Colin, you didn't open Bike Terra. Pin map is open, so anyone here, drop in. Let me know where you're from. All I've got is South Africans here in Africa. I have not one more. I still don't have a French rider represented. Oh, we were going to use Don's Chateau. Yeah, we could use Don's Chateau in France if no one shows up. Luxembourgers, you suck. Germans, dudes, come on, man. Come on. Oh, we were going to use Drew's Village in Switzerland. We're going to do that too. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to cheat a little bit to get them filled out. Got lots of cool side topics to discuss today as well, guys. They've quickly given them a 1:20 lead here. Guys, remember too, back to Vuelta last year, Treen did this very early on in the race. Very, very early on in the race. We'll look at the actual GC here. I'm just doing this to get to him quick. So it's Torsten Treen, Sean Quinn, Vasek, Pogacar, Vingegaard, Ramses De Bruyne made a huge move yesterday in that break. Remco Evenepoel. Who's this here? Paul is having a nice little chat with, I think, Turgis from Total Energies. Isaac Del Toro in 8th place. Juan Ayuso in 9th. Paul Sexas in 10th overall. 8 minutes, 41 seconds down. But guys, basically 4th place down. All those dudes are all fighting for contention. The front 3 will be just trying to limit losses to end up as high in the GC as they can. These will not be your GC winners. But just jumping back again, Torsten Treen last year, he got the jersey on stage 6. So yesterday he took it on stage 4. So at La Vuelta last year, he got 2nd place on the big climb. The guy can climb. Took it on stage 6 and held top 10 all the way to the finish. Come on. That's what we're talking about, guys. That's what we're talking about. So that's what these guys are doing. This is Treen's job now. This is Sean Quinn's job. No one in the world of cycling thinks Sean Quinn is going to win this race. No one thinks Vasek is going to win this race either. But they're all candidates now to hang in this top 10 of absolute hitters. Weisstroffer just doing a little time trial at the front here by himself. Now out to 1 minute and 40 seconds. They can let him get an hour ahead and he's no risk. Having a little peek down at his wheel here. Okay, dudes, I'm just going to let this roll in the background for now. And here, we'll throw it on this one. I showed you something I didn't want to show. Sorry, guys. I didn't want to show you that either. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a bit. Sorry, guys, just me being me. Okay. Rail saying the second half of the stage is a clone of 2024, which is a clone of 2018, which is a clone, which is a clone. Yeah, dude. Clone Wars. Yeah, so Jasper knows this finish very, very well. Oh, look, check this chateau out here. Le Domaine de Valmirande. Something like that. Today is a Sprinters Day. No allowance for the likes of Abrahamson. Yeah, this is all out sprint fest today, guys. It's going to be fantastic to watch the trains at the end. This should be like 3 hours and a bit. 3:15, something like that. They're going to be driving hard here. Intermarché, where's Benny? We got Benny in the mix. LAMF, really clickbait title over at Cycling Dame where Pogacar lost yellow. Dude, so I do watch his channel a little bit here and there just because you guys have talked about it. I did know of him before. Dude, he's got to refresh his PCS more often. There was one video I watched a couple days ago. He misses the beginning of the stages. Whatever. That's his thing. He's working. But he went 2 hours and 37 minutes into the video before he refreshed PCS. So basically, the riders were stuck at the beginning the whole time. I'm like, dude, I would have lost my mind if I would have done that. So I'm constantly refreshing mine. It says auto sync is on. It gives you the date, the timeline, the news feed, but it doesn't always move their position. So you've always kind of got to do that in the background here. That's why I'm always bouncing between the two of these to make sure I'm in the right spot. Wow, check this out, guys. Right here, hot news from TNT. I wonder if Orla was saying this out loud. Jonas Rickert reveals he has lost over 9 kilograms over the last 2 Tour de France stages. I mean, dude, it's all water weight, but still, that's insane. Dude, okay, I need a sauna right now. I need a sauna stat. Full colon cleanse. Let's discuss that for a bit, guys. Let's discuss colon cleanses. I'm just kidding. David Blom, Collins, sore throat. Dude, it holds up pretty good. Maybe I sound a little bit throaty today. I don't know. Maybe like more gravelly. I don't know. Maybe you like that. I'm not. Whatever. Rolling on here. Nathan. Dude, you got to be Eritrean. Benny wins the stage. Dude, it's very well possible. He's got to compete with Merlier and Philipsen, though, but we've seen Benny do it before. Eddie's saying, Colin, probably less involvement in chat for at least 40 minutes now due to internet difficulties. Eddie, what's going on over there? What is going on with your internet? Yeah, lumpy bumpy, guys. I mean, yeah, dudes, sprint day. Sprint day. Unless someone can pull something magical off, unless, say, Vanderpool goes at kilometer 120, I think that's the only way to beat Philipsen and Merlier today is you got to be a strong man. You got to go early and get away. And use those bumps to help you a little bit. There is a category 3 climb, 1.3 kilometers at 7.5%. We are definitely in the pipe 5x5. And Dave is saying it's Happy Pancake Day, folks. What is that? I am loving the shirt. Dude, this is Sirocco. So Sirocco is a Spanish brand. And during yesterday's stage, I thought, oh, maybe that's a play on Scirocco. It's Sirokko. And I think they're a Spanish brand only because when you go to their website, guys, you know what? I think I'm actually part of their ambassador plan. I think I am. I think that's how I got these jerseys. So, Sirocco, yes. Actually, I love the stuff. It fits well. Dudes, it may not look like it fits that well right now on me, only because I have a t-shirt on underneath here. It's quite cool down in the Inside Cycling World 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence. I think I say that in my sleep sometime, guys. Chris here. Chris, where are you from, dude? Chris Coiler. Hey, Chris, welcome to the channel. My name's Colin. Welcome to the boys. Boys, welcome Chris in. Chris is saying, how do you like Flow Bike's coverage? I follow using channels like yours so I can listen while working, so thanks for the coverage. Dude, Flow Bikes is really good. Flow Bikes is really good. So Flow Bikes, guys, is North American, but you'll get different feeds of what you get in Canada versus the US. I think the Canadian feed is better. It really is, because in Canada, there's no competition for cycling. Flow Bikes gets everything. In the US, you've got Peacock hanging out there on NBC. I think it's NBC, taking half the events. So it's really good. I think my subscription just renewed June 26th. Dude, I'm having flashbacks to last year. Flashbacks to last year when I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to do this live. And I'm like, well, I better subscribe again to get everything I can this time. And here we are, guys. Here we are, a year later. Thanks for all your support, dudes. The views are awesome. So I think we finished yesterday view count. Dudes, we got over 100 people here right now. So that's fantastic for a Wednesday during the middle of the tour, a sprint stage. I expect the numbers to be lower today, but we're averaging like 40 to 45K per episode now. Yeah, so Chris, let us know where you're from, dude. Everyone welcome Chris. Yeah, only one random guy from Lotto on the Rake. No Kaharale. That's funny, right? Phil loves listening from the Caymans. Thanks for all your knowledge, Colin, and chat. All the dudes make my day when I don't get to watch at work. Hope you all have a happy hump day. Oh, it's hump day. That's right. What's that? What is that even about? Wouldn't know anymore. That's okay. I guess, dudes, I've got a bunch of geology stuff pulled up today. It's not really in depth, but oh, look at this. Team Bobbering Victorious. Can I go, Roman? Let's stay here. Let's stay. So someone is asking Roman. So there must be a DS in the car here. I think you have to save energy probably for the end. That's what he's gonna. I think you have to save as much as possible. So someone from the team is asking, "Can I go?" Let him go, dude. What I'm gonna do right now, I want to see if we can find out who Roman is. We're gonna click on Team Bobbering Victorious, and let's look at their names here. Roman. It's Roman Kreuziger from the Czech Republic. What do I know about Kreuziger? Teams as a rider. Check this out, guys. Now, the last name is very familiar to me. View rider page. Let's look at him. So this guy just got a message from one of his... Dude, he's only just probably recently retired. Yeah. Okay. He retired in 2020. Dude, you retired too young. You could have... Nah, I guess he would have been 35. So he's 40 years old now. Hopefully he's not a crazy driver like the UAE driver who did get fined eventually. I think it was X-Man in the team, the Inside Cycling World Discord who put that up because that guy was driving just kamikaze. This guy did the Tour of Sicily, Tour of Slovakia, Tour of Slovenia, the Ruta del Sol, the Catalonia, all the races we've watched all year, guys. Tirreno Adriatico. Wow. GC Tour of Swiss in 2008. Amstel Gold Race in 2013. Tour of Romandy 2009. San Sebastian Classic, that's on August 1st this year, guys. 2009. Dude, this guy was a banger. Banger. So, Leaky Gas is when he was really, really good. He was on Leaky Gas in 2009. Won the Tour of Swiss with Leaky Gas. Amstel Gold Race, he was riding for Team Saxo Tinkoff. Right, so that would have been team like Saxo Bank. Tinkoff is the dude who's got Astana. Got a little, what is it, the dignitaries out on course here. Guys, this is really off topic, but it's still cycling. We're going to get a lot more off topic than this today. I'll tell you that right now. I am telling you that right now, guys. Don't mess with me. VeloSoul here too. Yeah, Riccatello will be on Major Lieutenant duties tomorrow. Stage 6, guys. Do not miss that stage. Do not miss stage 6. GC Battle Extreme coming. Technically not the Queen stage, but pretty much right up there. It's the Queen stage B, part B maybe. Maybe part C. I know we do the Alpe d'Huez twice at the end. There's probably some other real tough ones in there, but do not miss that stage. Baptiste could get 5 minutes before they get serious. Oh, dude, I think they might give him 30 minutes at this point. He's got 3 minutes now. And again, I do a quick refresh here. Okay, so we got the Tour of the Magnificent. Yeah, dude, I've seen that race before, Eddie. This is Burhan Bareke. We're going to call him that. Did they start? Dude, they're already on way. Dave's saying it's train spotting time. Yeah, backing up to Matthew Ricca Friccantello, he said, I am prepared to help Paul as much as possible. That's his sole goal now. Ultimate, right? He would be the last guy with Paul every day, and I think he's going to absolutely bury himself. I mean, he hasn't had a great start. Okay, Poggy off the back here, working his way back up to the team cars, has a teammate with him. Haven't seen that announced here anywhere. Who is with him? Right now, Poggy has Vermeesh with him. The hardest name for me to say. I don't know why. I can definitely say Lorena. 306 is the gap, guys. Yeah, you can hang here for a little bit. I'm going to do the chat here. This will get some of the black, the white off my face. 9 kilograms from a pro cyclist, that has to be more than 10%. Oh, easy, Chris. Easy. Yeah, dudes, I do want to get a sauna. I want to get one of those little 2-man sauna. If you guys have any experience with it, let me know. Actually, there's a dude on the Team GRC Discord. That's for all inside stuff, guys. He's a big sauna guy. I should ask him. I forgot who that is. Yeah. Quinn is not that good to be an outright leader. EF. Yeah. they should be supporting Carapats. But if Quinn gets motivated, he gets ambitious, he knows he can do it, he will defend all the way. Guess who's on the front now, guys? Uno X. So this is part of the issue with being the leader of the race, is that you need to do pulling duties at the front, and all the other teams just sit in behind you. That's why the yellow jersey was kind of handed over yesterday. It's kind of brutal to say it was given to him. You know, there's no doubt he worked hard. And guys, if you're not aware of it, I'd forgotten about this completely since last year. Torsten Treen had testicular cancer in 2022. There's pictures of him in the hospital. I don't know what his recovery was like, but here he is in 2025 leading La Vuelta, 2026 leading the Tour de France. Come on. He's already won. He's already won, guys. Yeah, if I can get that a little bit higher there. I need to see what you guys are seeing. Okay, not bad. Hair is getting... You guys need to see the hair. I know you do. Yeah, so this is the Sirocco brand, guys, here. I'm going to call it Scirocco. Just going to call it Scirocco from now on. And, dude, I like how it fits. They got some really stylish brands. They don't do a lot of... Okay. I was just showing a flashback here to Joaquim Rodriguez. So in that one, that was a stage, a climbing stage in 2015. I think it said stage 15 as well. They started in the same town as they started at today. Okay. Oh, Rail's got a good one here. It could be more interesting if something happened to stage 20, Galibier one, as then someone like a Yuso could have trouble catching. Dude, I think what Rail's saying here is these guys up front, the GC guys that now are back 8 minutes, what if something happens on one of the stages where you could lose a lot of time? Torsten Treen, he's a good rider. He's not going to get dropped by half an hour on just a medium hills days. On a huge mountain day, it's possible. Let's say one of those mountain stages gets reduced. It happened last year. One of the shorter stages went from, I believe it was 135 kilometers down to 93 due to the cow disease. I think that's what it was. They didn't want people going through there and potentially tracking it out of the area. Something like that. I don't know if I believe that. Chris Coiler, Brantford, Ontario. Chris Coiler, Brantford, Ontario. Dude, you're on the map. Chris is going on the map. Brantford, Ontario. I think it's right outside of Toronto somewhere. Whenever I hear names from... there's Brampton. Whenever I hear name cities from back east, Chris, just because I'm from Alberta, it's all Toronto to me. It's all Toronto. Where is Brantford? I don't know, dude. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drop a pin. I'm putting you in the greater Metro Toronto area. You're in the GTA. And we'll move you later, dude. So Chris, welcome aboard. Coiler. Let's see if that worked. Nope. Almost got it. Got it. Chris Coiler, dude. Thanks for finding the channel, man. Appreciate it. Gadoosh. You guys will, Chris, you'll get used to all my stupid sayings I have on this channel here. And they're words I use in real life too. Just gadoosh it. The Inside Cycling World compound is right here. And we're going to just jump back to PCS. You guys see if we got any latest stats coming in here. Weisdorfer out to 3 minutes 21. So that looks like that's probably going to be the limit for him today. I think that's where it's going to be. Mr. DiBiase. Hey, Colin, have you ever thought about creating your own merch? Dude, there was a little bit of a t-shirt creation there. I never promoted it whatsoever. I don't think I've talked about it once on the channel. There is an Inside Cycling World jersey. Someone last year said, dude, you got to make your own jersey. Like, you have to. And so the way I had it, it's up here. I'll grab it on my nature break. The jersey was made with your last name across the top, like a football jersey, which I thought was really cool. And I don't know why pros don't do it. There's enough room on their jerseys. There is enough room. And so I wanted to make them so they could be individualized for... So, of course, yours would say Mr. DiBiase on the top. Like, how awesome would that be? Oh, yeah. Right now, guys, I have three Scirocco jerseys, and I love all three of them. There's this one. There's kind of like a blue and gray one, and there's also a red, white, and blue one. And they kind of feel vintage to me almost, without imitating anything. You know, I've got some of my imitation ones, my replica ones. Yeah, there will be no wind issues today, it looks like. Let's just take a look at the weather again. Weather during the race. Yeah, guys, 27 degrees today. This is like, feels... Guys, even at 27 for me, that's getting hot. Here in Alberta, I was outside yesterday. I've been getting burnt every day right now. Skin cancer, welcome aboard. And never use sunscreen, which I've heard recently that people that use sunscreen are, what was it, 400% more likely to get skin cancer. I think it was 400%. Yeah, it was 400%. Jake Stewart back. Jake Stewart getting some attention at the medical car. He's the guy that landed flat on his face yesterday in that four-rider crash. He's got it all over his chin and his upper lip. So I was correct yesterday when I said, I think they're putting a bandage on his upper lip. Yeah, it's bleeding. Uh, uh, yeah, it's common knowledge. Yeah, I do when you say it now when you know who Kreuziger is. Romain Kreuziger. Eddie's has to borrow internet from his parents' phone. I think Eddie's going to be cratering here pretty soon. The peak for Kreuziger is, yeah, Amstel 2013. Just saw that. 5th at the Tour. Yeah, okay. Yeah, superstar. Legend. Okay, why are we talking about Field and Yoho, guys? You guys need to answer that right now, because I got something to show you guys about Field and Yoho. Have you guys read my mind? So Whitley Bay is responding to Aaron here. What did Aaron ask that... What did Aaron ask? Yeah, smash the like button, please, guys. Smash it, hit it, bang it. I don't know what Aaron asked, but Whitley Bay is responding to him. Okay, we'll jump back to that once I get an answer. Dude, I'm going to keep moving on. 10 years ago, Kreuziger and Leopold Koenig were the faces of Czech cycling. Now it's Vasek Bittner. Waiting for Karel Vasek to ascend. Karel, Karel, very common name in the Czech Republic. They're from Czechia. Stage 6 is a banger. Yep. Dudes, I'm catching up. Zenith. Can we expect Poggy to be in the sprint today? No. Just a hard no, dude. Hey, Zenith, welcome aboard. Where you from, dude? I think Poggy's just going to chill, man. He's not going to get in the way. He's going to, stay safe until the final 3 kilometers and peel off. That's it. This is going to be... Jasper must feel so confident for this one, but he's got Tim here, so it's going to be rocket fuel explosions at the end, guys. The Riddler. It is easy to hand off the yellow, but it is very hard to be the one that gets it. Dude, exactly. All the media attention. But you know what? Uno X is probably happy for it. Like, it's just huge exposure for them. We're going to get to see more Tour every day. I can't wait for that. Uno X has some... Dudes, let's take a look at Uno X for a second here. Let's dig into the team. Tobias Halland Johansson. We're going to go through the whole team here, guys. Second in the GC at the Tour of Britain in 2023. He's won stages at the Tour of Luxembourg, the GC at the Tour de l'Avenir back in 2021. This year, 5th at the Dauphiné. 3rd at Basque Country. 2nd at Milano Torino. 4th at Tirreno Adriatico. This guy is earning his paycheck. 100%. 23rd at Strade Bianche. 9th at the UAE Tour. Banger. Jonas Aberson, Mr. Breakaway, Mr. I'm going all day by myself. Let's just take a look at 2025. 50K breakaway here, 84K breakaway here for the win. Tour de France, last year alone, look at this. 4 days he was in extended breakaways. 146K, 154K, 86K, and 152K, and he won a stage after 154 breakaway on stage 11 last year. The guy likes to go long. They say that about me too. By they, I mean no one. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Uno X, Anton Charmig. Taller dude. Stage at the Dauphiny this year. I do remember that now. It was only like 2 weeks ago. Stage at the Tour of Oman back in 2022. 7th last year at Quebec, the one-day race where there's 2 races that are 3 days apart in Quebec. Magnus Court. Unfortunately, he's retiring at the end of this year. Dude, he's got at least 3-4 years left in him. Come on! Just won the national championships in Denmark. Just won it. 3rd on the Bad Rasgas stage in the Tour de Suisse. You know, breakaway guy. Not a GC guy, but can win stages. Probably has other ambitions in life right now. Anders Halland Johansson, twin brother to Tobias, I think it is. Forgot his name already. Won the Tour of Slovenia last year. We've also got Soren Verenskald, their sprinter. This guy's always in the mix in the sprint. So, yeah, this dude could easily be thinking top 10 today in the sprints. Big guy, too. 1.95 meters tall. It's like 3 inches taller than me. On a bike. Anders Skarseth. Don't know a lot about this rider. Oh, he's the national road race champion from Norway. So there we go about that, guys. Currently sitting 47th overall. And Mr. Yellow Jersey himself, Torsten Treen, right here. 30 years old. This is the year, guys. This is the year. Won a stage at the Tour de Suisse in 2024. Second on a stage at La Vuelta. Led La Vuelta last year for 5 stages. 1, and then had it for 4 days after that. Third at the Tour of Langkawi in 2022, Eddie. I hope you're still there. It's kind of our little refresh on Uno X. Uno X? I'm not sure. Again, we're getting those trees on the side of the roads, guys. Those trees lining the roads. Soudal on the front with Alpecin right now. Baptiste Weisstroffer just doing a solo ride. He's been solo since meter 1. Cool stat here. Since 2020, longest solo win in the Tour de France was Bob Jungels in 2022. He did a 60.5 kilometer solo. Okay, well, I don't think they're saying that this guy's going to solo away because this would shatter the record. Tim Wellens went 43.6 last year. Some would say moto assisted. That's okay, though. Got Ineos here. Nothing to worry about, guys. Obviously not enough wind, so we're just staying on top of hydration and looking after timing each other. I think they're just saying don't worry about the Soudal and Alpecin guys driving at the front right now. There's not enough wind to shatter this into echelons. Are they showing any wind at all here? I don't think there was much wind at all. 10, not enough. You need 25. 25 Ks, echelons will start to form. Rolling through the chat, guys. Rolling through the chat right now. Chris is back again. You got it. The pin is close enough. Brantford or Bradford? Okay, so Brant. Someone will tell me. Zenith is from Rwanda. Zenith, dude. You were the first guy outside of South Africa. Dude, you're on the map. Zenith, you were on the map. Hey, Zenith, did you know I did the World Championships last year in Rwanda? Yeah, dude. Zenith, you're going on the map. We're putting you right in Kigali. I'm pretty sure that's the capital from last year. Yeah, it was all there. It was all there last year. Zenith. We're just going to have your first name there. Zenith Jeff here from Rwanda with us. Come on, dudes. Africans unite. How come we don't have one Eritrean? Guess they don't really like Benny, do they? Yeah. Benny, you have no support from Eritrea here. How do you like that? How do you like your fans now? Eritreans, come on out and play. Rail's asking, is there someone from the Danish side of Hans Island? Dude, that would be so good, right? There'd be Canadian officers and a Danish officer up there. Colin, this is from Dave. Growing up, ladies in my building used baby oil to tan. When they ran out of olive oil, I gained weight. Nice one, Dave. Uh, Colin, asked about the Burgess Shale location. Dude, what? Oh, because I threw it up on screen, didn't I? Yeah, guys, didn't mean to do that. So, guys, let's just jump into some wacky, nutty stuff here now. The Pyrenees, dudes. Okay, I just wanted to have a quick scan this morning. The highest elevation point is 3,400 meters. I think the spine of the Pyrenees, it does say right here, extends over 500 kilometers from the Atlantic down right into the Mediterranean. There's a nice story here about in Greek mythology, but it basically is about Hercules committing sexual assault on some young woman who turned into a snake. Blah blah blah. I don't really want to get into that too much. But dude, the geology. Very, very old mountains. Let's just leave it at that. Paleozoic and Mesozoic. But the thing that stood out to me the most right away was when I saw this word here, Ediacaran. Now, and I'll try my best here. Named after probably the Ediacaran Hills in Australia. That's where it's actually named after. So that would have been the first discovery of that assemblage of rocks or assemblage of fossils that they named this time period after. So they might use that term all around the world. So what we're going to do now is look at what this is. I think I already had it open though. It's a geological period of the Neoproterozoic era that spans 96 million years. 96 million years. Let's just jump way back down here, guys. The Cambrian, guys, is kind of the start of like what we study. This stuff here is all just obscure stuff. Wow, look at this. Way back 630 million years ago, there was the Marinoan glaciation. Wow, I had no idea. Had no idea. But somehow they've got evidence that there was a major glaciation period there, and there was also one at the end of the Ediacaran biota period, right before the Cambrian. Yeah, so right here, the Ediacaran period is named after the Ediacara Hills of southern Australia. Guys, it's a period of weird creatures that lived in the ocean back then, and they are funky. They are super funky. Dudes, I'm going to close some stuff down here just because I'm going to get lost now. Okay, we don't want to look at that. Now, you guys are asking about Yoho and stuff. So I've been here this morning, recently viewed the Burgess Shale. Here's Calgary. I live just up here. There's my house. Drive south to Calgary, head west into the mountains, past Banff, past Lake Louise. Everyone's heard of Lake Louise, right? And we can look at the Burgess Shale. Let's take a look at this puppy. Yeah, maybe we don't do it this way. Close. Maybe we... Oh, why would it vanish? Okay, I've lost my locations now. I'm looking for... Anywho. Guys, it's out in field. Okay, I have to know where this is. Oh, it's further back. That's why. Okay, now I'm getting annoyed. Sea line. Oh, right here. Here it is. Dude, I'm going to put a pin down here. Come down to the town. A field is right down here. I've talked about field before in my videos. This is field. You come down a massive descent. It's really not that massive. I think it's only about a 7 or 8% gradient. This is the little railway town of Field. If we come back out here, I'll do this as well. This is where I talked about braided river systems. This is completely a braided river system here. The Burgess Shale is just up here. Emerald Lake, another super famous spot up here in the Rockies. There's the Emerald Lake Lodge. The waters really, really are that color. Glacial flour. Yeah, glacial flour, as in flour for baking. The Burgess Shale is probably home to the best Ediacaran fauna out there. Best preserved, I should say. So what is the Burgess Shale? Well, we can look at it here, guys. Once this loads up. Dude, these are all sorts of like funky critters. And I think they're all soft-bodied. This is all soft tissues preserved in these shales, which is really freaking hard to do. They got buried in the shale, the fine sediment. For fossilization, you need to bury something really quick and basically shut off all oxygen so it doesn't decompose. But some of the strangest critters out there, like this one here, the Anomalocaris. Is that him? That's not Anomalocaris. This is Anomalocaris right here. The largest Burgess Shale predator, first described in 1892. There's a little video of him here too. I thought I'll show this to you guys. Here's him floating around. This dude was over 1 meter long. This guy was over 1 meter long. Cruising around, eating all the critters off the bottom. Ultimate predator during the Ediacaran period. Yeah. So that's kind of what the Burgess Shale is all about, guys. I'll jump back to cycling here because someone's just going to tune in now and go, I hate this. And then I'll say, don't be a Gareth. At the front right now, we have Sylvain Dillier and Louis Vervaeke. As I mentioned earlier, that's the Soudal boys and the Alpecin boys pulling at the front. Dude, Rail, I don't like Chechnya as it sounds very similar to Chechnya. Yep, dude, exactly. Oh, I should be saying it more like Czechia. Czechia. Okay, gotcha, dude. Dalimar's here again. Dalimar's back. Dalimar Sanchez Riviera. I don't know if I have Dalimar on the map, do I? Is Dalimar on the pin map? What do you confirmation? Dalimar. I don't even know where you're from. Dalimar, you were messaging us when your husband was working, I think, and relaying race results. We only picked up one new person today from Rwanda, but what a place to get a person from. Guys, pin map it up. Okay. Back to the race here. I just want to check this out. Yeno Berkmos having a complete bike change here, guys. In the team cars. He's got riders right with him. He'll just bridge right back on with this group of riders back at the cars. Quite a few riders lurking back there. Alpecin, the entire team's up here. Alpecin Day, boys. It's pretty obvious. Do you think Matthew van der Poel has any ambitions? If he doesn't, we know another guy. His name's Jasper Philipsen. Let's get it. Yeah, Tor Hushov, the God of Thunder. I believe he was a bunch sprint dude back in the day. He has multiple stage victories in his career. Yeah, Don, he won the green jersey a few times. I can't remember exactly how many, but yeah, one of my faves. There's a quick video online on YouTube. I'm going to have to find it where he's riding my TT bike. It's the same thing. It was when the TT bikes weren't painted and you could see the carbon fiber strands. It's a look bike. I love it. It's got a really funky headset on it that's adjustable for different sizes of riders. I don't know if that's the best thing to do, but yeah, Czechia is weird. Czechia is weird for those knowing Czech Republic and former Czechoslovakia. Trust me, dude, I've called the Czechoslovakia times and I've been called out. But how dare you? I'm like, dude, I'm from Alberta. Give me a break, man. Credit Agricole, that was Tor's team. Okay, second C is silent. Weird, I know, weird Slavic things. Dude, I'm just making fun of it, but dude, let's put an X, Y, and a T together and try to pronounce it. Yeah, my name is XZAQTTTCHH with a little squiggly on the end. Yeah, that's Bill. That's Bill in Rwandan. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make it easy. Just make it easy. Kolsch beer from Czech Republic is always good. Matt's back. Guess who's back? Matt's back. Matt's back. Bobby Axelrod. Okay, Bobby, did I get you on the pin board? Oh. They're talking about the musette bags. They're hanging really low. They're getting tangled up. Some of the musette bags, that was Total Energy's team. It sounds like the straps on the musette bags are too long, and they're dangling down and banging up in their legs. That was a radio from one of the riders out on course. So musette bag strap length is not consistent across the board, guys. There's not a standard. Maybe you could use the Louis Vuitton bag or something and then throw it in the garbage right afterwards. Garbage. Bobby, what's up, boys? How's Jasper looking at the start? Dude, Alpecin, Premier Tech on the front right now. 5 or 6 riders. Letting everyone know what's going to happen today, I think. It's going to be a Mathieu van der Poel or, more likely, a Jasper Philipsen day. Oh, okay, chat moved. Bobby had to jump off. Oh, that's right. Good question here from Flocky. Is Baptiste wearing his prescription glasses or shades? Yeah, he does have prescription glasses. You can tell. He's a guy who probably just has poor vision. He's got his glasses on in his picture there. I might have mixed. Okay, so Bobby is a Long Island, New York guy. Dude, you're going on the pin map. Bobby is going on the pin map. I don't think I got you. Long Island, New York. There we go. I'm just slap a pin on here for Bobby. We're gonna say you live out in the country, Bobby. You're nowhere near the city. Although, isn't this whole place city? Kinda. Oh yeah, I just offended Bobby. I think no, I didn't. Bobby. There we go. Where did it actually put you? Let me know if it's anywhere near where you actually live. So Bobby here, I've got him living in. Why does it have to be a hard name? You play golf at the Stonebridge Country Club here. That's where you like to go. We've also got Patricia's of Long Island over here. We've got the Hyatt Regency Long Island Hotel just down the road. Jake 58 Casino and Hotel. I'm going. Yeah, so you're just like living in one of the suburbs here of Long Island. Wow, there's people everywhere here, isn't there? I guess they got some parks. Yeah, pretty cool. Coffee sip here coming up. Strap length is non-standard. Things you learn on this channel, guys. Musette bag, strap length, different lengths. They're not all made by one company in the world that has the monopoly on musette bags. For all your musette bag information, come here. Baptiste needs a moto tug, but yeah, they got to get some motos near him to give him a big break. It's at 253 right now, guys. Mr. DiBiase saying, I love the way those Red Bull S-Works bikes look. Are they riding the SL9s? I know it's the big talk. The brand new SL9's out. Dude, I think if I bought a new bike, I don't know why, dudes. I'm just enamored by look. Everything look is so cool to me. It just reminds me of the 80s. Look, La Vie Claire team. Yeah, that's what it's got to be. So I think look... I think they're like the 796 Blade or something like that. Bobby's saying now Long Island, specifically Huntington, is suburbs. Dave St. Colin, I have people who want the shopping bags I deliver from Chanel, Gucci, Dior et al. Not the shopping, just the paper bag. Really? Oh, you know who wants it? Influencers want it. Dave, I saw a video on Instagram where someone was in an apartment building filming this crap influencer. Because, yeah, like, come on. She was jamming stuff into brand name bags. And then her post was, shopping haul. Like, it's just she'd done all the shopping. It's just staged and fake. Like, just for clicks. Clickety, 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 clickety. It's like when you see it, and I get sucked into it too. Mathieu van der Poel beats the living crap out of Taddy last night at the Tour de France. Click. I gotta click it. It's got nothing to do with that. They can say whatever they want. It's so stupid. Willem's back. Hi, guys, from South Africa. Yeah, maybe Poggy will return to La Vuelta. He needs to win La Vuelta. Okay, Bobby. By the way, what do you think is something the sport of cycling could use to attract a more casual mainstream audience? I do motorsports marketing, specifically F1 and MotoGP, so I'm curious. I don't know, man. I think interaction, because I think that works for this little channel of mine. you know, we all watch cycling. We all hear the commentators, and you're like, dude, you're so wrong on that, or they miss things. That's why I made my channel. I'm watching all the time going, how did they miss that crash? They haven't even mentioned it yet. 5 minutes later, we're hearing there's a crash in the back of the field. I'm like, yeah, I saw it. I already saw it. Yeah, I think fans like to interact with the race itself because there's people here in this chat that know just as much, if not more, about cycling than some of the commentators right now. There's commentators right now that were born after Bernard Hinault won his last Tour de France. Long pause. Yeah, that's what I think. And it helps, guys. Dudes, a little bit of a brag. I'm going to say it right now. Yesterday's stage, and you guys can look this up. Maybe I'll do it live here. Yesterday's stage of the Tour de France was shown for free by Flow Bikes. For free. I'm watching Flow Bikes right here. Alpecin on the front, Soudal helping them. That is Dillier on the front for sure. So I watch this. I can't show you this. If I show you this, my channel goes down. They showed it for free yesterday for you guys to watch. I brought it up in the channel. I have almost double the views that Flow Bikes did yesterday. So the free video, half the people watch. It's over half. It's probably like 60%. They have 60% of the views. I think I have about 44,000 views for yesterday. And when I last looked last night, Flow Bikes had 26,000. So the free video with free pro commentary got about half the views that I did. That happened last year too. So I think people really like the interaction and having the community. Everyone loves community. That's why you're here, right, Bobby? I don't know. That's my guess. Aaron, cycling athletes joining Ruvi, my whoosh and stuff like that could work. Dude, it does already. So Team Visma Lisa Bike, they have a full collaboration with Ruvi right now. Vote rides on Ruvi all the time, guys. Vote Van Aert leads rides on Ruvi all the time. Who's Marion Bunel? Woman cyclist. You'll see her at the Tour de France coming up, guys, for Visma. She's on Ruvi all the time, too. Whitley Bay doesn't like the influencers either. I can't stand them. Matt here, Patricia saying, hey, I had Look pedals and shoes, also had Look bindings on skis. Exactly, dude. I just think Look is a cool brand. It's the same as the rest, but I just like their colors. It's something different. If I think I had to buy another new road bike, I would probably get a Look bike. I mean, they're kind of all the same, but Jeno Berkman's doing another bike swap here. So they probably fixed his original bike that's identical to his backup bike, but he needs to be back on the original one because it fits slightly different. Mathieu van der Poel on camera right now. Looking fantastic. Please don't retire. Please don't retire. Keep riding. Aldwin here is asking, where can we watch for free? That's the hard part, Aldwin, is that you can't. You can't really watch for free. You need a subscription somewhere. You're going to end up paying 20 to 30 bucks a month to watch the Tour de France. It's too bad they couldn't make it so that it was free for everyone. And again, dudes, that's what I'm saying about my channel is, dude, I'd love to do that live for you guys. How can I do that live? I don't know. Don't know how I can do that live right now. But if you go look up Flow Bikes on YouTube, someone please do that for me. Look up Flow Bikes on YouTube, stage 4 yesterday. The last time I looked, they had 26,000 views. That's what you would be paying for. Sanitary Stop by Tim Merlier. Taking a whiz on the side of the road. Wow. Check this out, guys. The earliest race where at least 2 of today's competitors, guys racing today, competed was at the 2006 Junior Individual Time Trial World Championships. Okay, Decathlon's talking about direction. Okay, they're saying 3 more kilometers. We're going to change direction, and it should be more windy. Okay, dudes, let's see where they're at. No, we don't want that. They're saying 3 kilometers. Okay, I guess they're just saying, it looks like it's going to be more than 3 kilometers, so a big change in direction. But The teams are discussing wind here a little bit. I don't see it. It's not windy enough. Weather during the race, are they 10 kilometers an hour? That's not windy enough. You know what, though? Could be the width of the roads. The roads might get very narrow in places. Funny here again, guys, I always mention this. The fields here are already done. They're already harvesting here. Ours are still green. I already see bales on the side of the road here. Just a different growing season here. Cars with GoPro, we could see UE motocross through the peloton on stage. Yeah, I think there should be more bikes with GoPros on them. Bobby, I remember back in the day what we really liked. So if you do F1, back in the day, I don't think it's even around anymore. This is like back in the day, 2012. They had, I think they called it Kangaroo TV. So when I went to see Silverstone F1 2012, what was that, June or something like that? We had these little mini TVs, and we could switch channel to any camera we wanted live. And I believe NASCAR is doing that now. Is that right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure NASCAR is doing something similar, like 15 years later. Hey, good idea. We'll do it now. It's obviously a lot more advanced technologically, but you could change the cameras. I think the cars had more cameras in car, because not everyone wants to watch the guy in the fastest car at the front, right? Just said it. I just said it, guys. I just said it. I think all the drivers in F1 are fantastic drivers, but you got to be in the right car. Got to be in the right car. Willem, interaction, definitely why I'm watching your stream. It's great. Thank you, Willem. Dude, I'm positive that's what it is, because I can't show you the stream, yet I'm getting more views than the company that provides the stream for free. What does that tell you? Dave saying, Colin, the best thing cycling can do is highlight the fact that our sport is the reason why WADA has any drug test to catch cheaters. I think Dave's saying that the sport is clean. Yeah, no, they're not showing it free today. They showed stage 1, the triple T that no one watches, and stage 4. They'll probably show another one mid-stage. It'll be more of a sprint stage or flatter stage. It won't be any of the big climbs. They want to just give you a little bit. I love this one from Bobby. Influencers and streamers are the worst types of human beings. I'm one of them. I hate the fact that people are dumb enough to take their own money and put it into someone else's pocket for them to do cool things. Yeah, dude, there's people that travel the world, vacation. You're just paying for them. You're just paying for them. Dude, I got to pay for my own pin board. Speaking of the pin board, I'm paying for my own pin board, guys. I keep saying, guys, we got to get to 200. Otherwise, I'm not spending any more money. That's the big step up on the pin board, guys. At 200, $12.95 a month. $12.95. I don't even know what goal we got to hit. I don't even know if we'll fill the states up. Not one person from Wisconsin. You suck. Minnesotans, I thought you were kind of Canadians. Not anymore. You're dead to me. Same as you Dakotans and Montanans. Yeah, just leave. No, I love you people. I actually do. I love this part of the world. Montana, it's pretty much Alberta. I've said it a million times, guys. Million times. So, there we go. Rolling along, guys. Weisstroffer is at 220. I'll just pop you guys over here. Have kind of a different little view. And we will take a look. Where's the map? Here's the map. See the direction we're heading in right now. So we've got Weisstroffer by himself out front. Main peloton. Who's off the back today? Mauro Schmidt off the back. Trying to see if anything was announced why he's off the back. Number 4 group here, Zimmerman, Aramburu, Ghana, and my sprinter, he's off the back today. Frenton is a very good sprinter. So we'll just dial it back here. See what's going on. Okay. Last time a Frenchman won the tour was when the biggest technical achievement was the music video for Take On Me. Aha, yeah. Love that band. I like The Sun Always Shines on TV. Love that song. And they also did I thought they did a James Bond one time. Oh, Aaron, I remember the MVDP Philipson different pedal issue in Paris-Roubaix. Yeah, absolutely, dude. MVDP standing on the side of the road in the worst part to crash, to break down. Philipson gives him his bike. MVDP is trying to clip in. He can't. Has to run backwards down the course to get with his bike to get a wheel change from Tibor Del Grosso. Like, great teamwork, but it just didn't work out. And then MVDP got within 15 to 20 seconds of bridging back onto Poggi and Vout. And then it just kind of slipped away there. Cahurel making their presence known at the front, just riding right behind Red Bull. There's Fernando Gaviria with the beard, the stash. Uno X right here. There's Torsten Treen. Then we got the Soudal boys. Valentin Perry-Ponch sitting at the back. He's not going to contribute much to the power at the front here. Soudal and Alpecin doing all the work at the front, guys. Probably 50-50 between those two teams. We got Manuel Cruz here. Dude, Manuel, who are the two guys with the most percentage of winning today? Tim Earlier and Jasper Philipsen. Probably a 50-50, I would say, right now. I'd say there's a slight chance that Mathieu van der Poel could win it. But he's going to have to go on a long-range attack. He has to go on a long-range attack. He can't sprint those guys. Time are really cool, too. Yeah, Look and Time, to me, they're kind of similar. Was Time a French company? Time bicycles are pretty interesting layup, too. Yeah, like, dude, I have a really nice Cervelo. And, but dude, there's something about Look that I really enjoy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it could be just the stupid name. Dude, classic vintage Tour de France coverage here right now. One lone rider riding between the sentinels of trees along the roads with the sunflowers in the background. Yeah, Phil Liggett is gushing right now. I can hear him. I can hear him right now. I haven't heard Phil for a long time. Manuel, where are you from, dude? Let us know how you found the channel. What kind of bikes do you ride? We Do Podcast is one of the sponsors for Mr. Hincapie's team, which is absolutely flying this year. Modern Adventure Pro Cycling, guys. Holly's saying that the Tour de France is actually live streaming today's stage. Really? Because it doesn't surprise me. Some of these flatter stages that aren't, critical stages, they will show them. Dudes, I was thinking to myself a few days ago, I was talking to a friend. They go, oh, your channel's doing good, Colin. Yeah. People that don't know anything about cycling. What's your channel? I don't even tell them half the time. I'm like, dude, you're not going to be interested in it. You're not. But they'll see the views and they go, well, that's really good, actually. I'm like, okay, cool. One sponsor could change this channel overnight. One sponsor. That's all I need. One. Okay, Aaron's saying Merlier, Philipsen, Coy, Binney. Yeah. And Coy's never sprinted at the Tour de France before. He is very, very fast. Remember, Coy came from Visma from last year. Binney will be itching for a win. Merlier's already had some wins this year. Philipsen as well. David Blom saying, hey, Colin, don't ever come to Australia and not wear sunscreen. Half the population uses sunscreen. The other half gets skin cancer. See, dude, and there's something that came out that said, and it's probably got something to do with people that use sunscreen spend absurd amounts of time in the sun, and they don't put enough sunscreen on. It wears off after a while, and then they get skin cancer. Wow, check this out. Most stage starts in Grand Tours by competitors. Nelson Oliveira at 483 stage starts. Doesn't that number seem ridiculous? At 20, let's just say 20 stages. I know there's 21 in Grand Tours. There's only 3 Grand Tours. Giro, Tour of Italy, Tour de France. Oh, Le Tour or The Tour. There's only one tour. Tour de France and La Vuelta. 21 stages each. Just say 20. Dude, that's almost 25 Grand Tours he's been to. That's pretty sick. And it says Degenkolb and Nelson Oliveira were the two that first raced this race back in 2006, 20 years ago. 20 years ago. I always really liked John Degenkolb. He's on Team Picnic Post NL. Yeah, dude, look at this. Oh, okay. He didn't do this race. He raced against Nelson Oliveira at the junior level at the World Individual Time Trial. That's what it was. So, yeah, it took him till 11. HTC High Road. What a team that was. The 2011 HTC High Road. Guy riding his quad on the side of the road, pulling another dude like on something, like he's kind of surfing on in the straw. They've cut the fields. Yeah, that would be pretty slick. I'm just waiting for him to crash here. He's going to catch an edge and flip right over. Just watch. Yeah, I love it. People love the Tour de France here. Highlight of the year. Except that World Cup thing that's going on. Dudes, we've always covered 50 kilometers, average speed 40, just under 46 kilometers an hour right now. Anthony from Anthony, you're Eritrean, right? Yeah. Anthony, are you Eritrean? You have to be. You're saying go Benny. Let me know if you're actually from Eritrea. It's Anthony Manawangi. Manawangi. Dude, I tried. Mr. DiBiase says everyone except Lance Stroll. Yeah, dude, I remember Formula One back in the, oh, he's the world's best driver. He's the best driver in the world. He's like, I think at that level, they're all equally good drivers within like 0.1% chance or 1% difference. But if you get put in a crappy car, you can't win. Everyone knows that. Back in the day when I watched Formula One, it was Minardi. There was really good. I think Mark Webber started in Minardi. Right? There was a time when Max Verstappen couldn't win anything. Yeah, there was a time. There was a time. Isn't there a song called There Was a Time? Michael Jackson? Maybe? Thinking something like that? Who do I think is going to win? I just got to, maybe, I think it's a Merlier day. It's either a Merlier in the sprint or a Mathieu van der Poel long range attack. And by long range, I think Mathieu has to go right after the sprint point today. There's a sprint point today, about kilometer 114. That sprint's going to elevate the pace of the peloton. And there's going to be, this always happens, the sprinters will roll through, they'll dial it back and just say, we're done. Well, till the end, they're going to recover. There's always going to be a group that's going to try to go at that point. And there is a couple little kicks here, a couple little walls to take on. There's a category 3 climb that could suit Mathieu. I'm cheering for Mathieu today. I'd like to see him get a stage win. Okay. Oh, okay. I think that's what Mr. DiBiase's saying. I'll give you the $12. Put me up there, sir. Mr. DiBiase, let me see. I think I clicked on someone by accident there. Mr. DiBiase, I think you're Rancho Cucamonga, right? Which is somewhere out here. There it is. Dude, am I correct? If I'm wrong, I'll fix it later. And definitely going down as Mr. DiBiase. Mr. DiBiase. There we go, dude. Thank you very much. We just added another pin. We're going back to Cali. Backing out, dudes. Yeah, more names. We're at 85 map points. Nowhere near where we need to be, but that's okay. We're working on it. Stay consistent, folks. Red 5, stay on target. In the pipe, 5x5. We're doing it all. Dalimar. Honestly, I love his channel because he explains everything extremely clearly. I'd like to think it's my channel you're talking about, but you said his channel, so I'm not sure who we're talking about right now. Maybe we're talking about the We Do channel, because I see we're discussing that in the chat right now. Matt, I see Wiggins looking big on We Do, doping or not. Yeah, We Do, Lance Armstrong brought back Bradley Wiggins, because he was like Bradley Wiggins was doing this, as I like to call it, the toilet bowl swirl, just swirling downwards. I think he had to declare bankruptcy. I think he said a bunch of issues. And Lance kind of brought him back, guys. Oh, map facts. Dude, I love map facts. The center of the USA is considered flyover country, but the state with the most flyovers is Virginia. Makes sense after consideration. It's common knowledge, dudes. Whitley Bay. Don't know about non-UK folks, but Channel 5 have a 1-hour highlight show. That's pretty good. 1-hour highlights. Dude, just reading the chats here. The Living Daylights was Duran Duran. Dude, I love that song too. First concert I ever saw was Duran Duran. I think it was grade 9. Dave commenting here. All my bikes have SPD compatible pedals, so any shoe, anytime. Yeah, they're taking the P breaks now. I'm just watching that too. Urine therapy time. Hashtag urine therapy. Rail, the best cover. Oh, it's a cover of an Every Brothers song. Dude, I didn't even know that existed. Who is the first up the terminal tomorrow? Dude, that's a tough one. You know what, guys? I'm going to jump ahead to tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of a little bit horrified. I have an extremely busy day today. I've got a lot going on here, dudes. This is tomorrow's stage, guys. Don't miss this one. 186K. This is the first really big GC day right here. Category 4 early, Category 3. Then we take on the Aspan. We're coming from the east side. We're coming from the east side up to Tourmalet. So the first descent ever was up the west side. Got Super Mario and Luigi here collecting bottles. These kids are right into it. Dad's got them decked out. We take on the Aspan, which is 12 kilometers at 6.5%. That's a Category 1. Descend into the valley. Then we take on the Tourmalet. The Souvenir Jacques Godet, 17.2 kilometers at 7.3%. Down into the valley system again, finishing up with the Category 2 climb. So tomorrow is a big day. Big day for the KOM jersey. It'll flip-flop tomorrow for sure. And the craziness about this one, live stats, again, I've said this before, guys, starts at... they changed the start time. They give me an extra hour of sleep tomorrow. So originally, as of yesterday, this was starting at 3:30 in the morning. So maybe the data was wrong here. Now it's starting at 4:40 in the morning, which is good and bad. That's good and bad. What do you think? 5-hour stage? 5-hour stage. So I'll be done at 9:40. I've got an appointment at 11 that I cannot miss tomorrow. It's about a 30-minute drive to where I need to go to. Well, they're talking here about Baptiste Feisthofer. Giving a little special on here. Yeah, so dude, tomorrow stage. Yep, he's got his glasses on here. Let's get back to this stage, though. Rigoberto Duran Duran. Yeah, look, pedals. Get on that spot. Yeah, look. Right here, dudes. Look. Yeah, View to a Kill. That was the Duran Duran song. It's a good song. We got another guy here. Haben, Binyam. Everyone's cheering on Binyam from Eritrea. I got to get some guy from Eritrea on here. Maybe he can't understand what I'm saying when I ask the question, but yeah, dude on the 4-wheel buggy. Yeah, he was on he's kind of like on a racing ATV, pulling that kid on a sled as the peloton passes. Yeah, I was waiting for that kid to catch an edge and flip. Yeah, the Tour of Austria is also on it too, guys. Trying to catch up. Oh, he's not from Eritrea. Dude, Anthony, where are you from? Not from Eritrea, but he's a big Benny fan. Dude, there's a lot of Benny fans, that's for sure. He's a very likable character. Yeah, Dave, HTC High Road, Sprint God, Cavendish. Dave might be wearing that jersey today. Chris Corler, you have mentioned cancer a bunch of times. You have a history. Chris, no, I don't. But anyone that's gone through it, man, I feel for you, because I know if I was ever told, dude, you got cancer, like scary. Chris is a 2-time survivor, had thyroid cancer 20 years ago and fought lymphoma at the end of 2024. Dude, Chris, congratulations for beating it. Good health in the future, dude. That's all I can say. Dude, it's very sobering when I talk about it. It kind of freaks me out. There's a dude that was in the channel a few days ago, and he never responded to me. Maybe he was in once and gone. One and done, one of those guys. And I'm not like that. Uh, I don't know what he had. I was kind of curious about it. Obviously not cancer, but he was in intensive care for 8 weeks. 6'2", and he weighed 95 pounds. Like, you're knocking on the door right there. I hope that guy comes back and gives us a little bit of his backstory. So, Chris, I'm glad you're healthy now. Just, yeah, wow. Lymphoma at the end of 2024. That will change your life. Remember the time? Video with Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson? Was Eddie Murphy in that? Oh, that's right. Treen. Yeah, his cancer was discovered through the doping. Okay, so we did get Mr. DiBiase correct. Rancho Cucamonga. LL Cool J. What does it stand for? Dude, I don't know. No idea. Big balls. Remco's back. Weird to see Pogacar 8 minutes down. Totally, dude. It's all going to change. Stage 6 tomorrow. He could be up. I don't think he's going to take it all back. Dude, yesterday's stage kind of played out exactly the way I thought it would. At the beginning of yesterday's video, I was saying the GC guys are not even interested today in that weather. It's like, let them go. We're just preserving ourselves. And today's a preservation day too for the GC guys. There's no need to thrash yourself today. None. You're just going to damage yourself for later. Ladies love Cool James. Is that true? Oh, yeah, ladies. Okay, everyone's got it. Bradley Wiggins is jacked from the gym. He doesn't need to stay slim to ride anymore. Dave is saying Lance is an a-hole with a decent heart. Fab here. Fab is saying there's no such thing as climate change. It is called weather, and you're in summer. Therefore, yeah, guys, I think a lot of the stuff we're seeing right now is weather. There is climate change, but it happens over thousands and thousands of years. It's not going to happen like, yeah, I mean, okay, I could be wrong, but whatever. Hi from sunny Tarquinia. Not a big one today for GC, but I guess everyone is super hyped for tomorrow. Nice to see you covering even this one with same enthusiasm. Like button smash. Savox. What does your name stand for? Yeah, dude, Savox. I cover every stage. I did this last year, and I'm back in right now. I'm locked in. Red 5, stay on target. Coming around for 709er. Some of the races early this year, I was kind of in a tangent. I would sit down I would honestly set the stream up the night before. I would sit in this chair right here, and I would just look at the stream. I would look at my channel. I just go, delete. Then I'd go sit and stare at the TV for a couple hours. Waste of time. Yeah, Wiggins got bigger when he tried to become an Olympic rower. Yeah, he put on a ton of weight, got ripped. Mr. DiBiase's talking here. It's wild that they made me pay for a subscription to watch the tour, and there are commercials. Yeah, dude, they all do that. Remember in the old day? Watch our TV shows. Dude, we're talking like the 80s. Watch these shows for free, and once every 15 minutes, you got to watch a commercial. Every 10 minutes, you got to watch a commercial. Okay. Now it's like, watch our stuff. You got to pay for it, and you still got to watch commercials. Or watch for free, and if you want to get rid of the commercials, like on Amazon does it, Netflix does it. On Amazon, I'm just watching the free stuff through my Amazon Prime membership, and there's a commercial. That's fine. I don't even care anymore. In the Heat, Del Toro shines. That's coming from George Furman. There was a really cool video, and I actually shared it on my Inside Cycling World Instagram. Kind of reshared it. Del Toro meeting a young fan, and the kid is bawling his eyes out to meet Del Toro, and Del Toro's like, it's okay. Fully in Spanish, so I couldn't understand everything. Gave him a hat. And I think he was asking him, where you from? And the little boy said, I'm from Guadalajara, Mexico. And then I think Del Toro asked him about being on vacation. You're on vacation. He was there with his dad. In the end, his dad's crying, the kid's crying, Del Toro's hugging them. It was just freaking so cool, dudes. So cool. I love stuff like that. Dude, it's the stories in cycling. There's no other sport that has these same kinds of stories, I don't think. There's probably a lot of real cool stories in triathlon because it's an endurance sport. The athletes are with each other all the time, but the tour and cycling in general, just it has everything. It's got the culture, it's got the history, the geography, geology, and it's got some bike racing too. It's got that. WH War, go Pogacha. WH, where you from? How did you find the channel? What kind of bikes do you ride? Okay, Rail saying there's an interesting young Frenchman, Adam Sparfel, who reminds me of late career Jalabert. Jaja. Don's a Binny fan. Yeah, Nielsen Powers is at Austria. I did see that this morning. Star, there's one dude on a breakaway who left at meter zero. Right off the rip, he's gone. Baptiste Weistroffer for Lotto is up the road. He's got about a 2-minute, 50-second lead. This is going to be a chill day for most of the riders. We will see a big sprint at kilometer 114. Dial it back for the sprinters. The sprint teams will start getting lined up for the huge sprint at the end, but I'm kind of thinking we might see some attacks, 20, 30 kilometers out to try to stop the sprint teams from winning. So I guess Alpesen's got to make the decision. What do we do? You know what? This is a perfect day for Alpecin. You've got Mathieu van der Poel who's capable of doing it. Let's send Mathieu up the road at kilometer 120 if you look at the profile. Let's send him then. See what happens. That doesn't work. We got our sprint team, and Mathieu will be up the road to help pull Jasper to the win. What do you guys think about that? I'm DSing for Alpecin right now. Yule Binyam here. Yule Binyam. Guys, how many kilometers left to the intermediate sprint? Dude, we're at kilometer 55 right now. We don't see that sprint point for... Oh, Tudor Rider trying to get back on here. Marco Haller. Dude, Marco's been struggling the whole time. He's 1 hour, 19 minutes behind. He's just sucking the wheels off the Decathlon team car right now. I'm going to go back here and see how far off the back he is here. Okay, he's really not that far back. But he's been struggling on all those big climbing days. Him, DeLee, all Decline, all at the back. Hanging out here for a bit. Oh, yeah, I better answer that question. 70 kilometers? 60 kilometers. We're 60 kilometers away. So we're an hour and a bit away from that intermediate sprint. That'll be big here today, guys. 25 points available. In the points jersey right now, let's talk about that. It's Mads Pedersen with 103 points. Poggy, 55. Jonas, 44. Quinn, this is all going to change here soon, guys. Binyam's going to get points. The other sprinters will be getting points here soon. Jasper will get points today. Mountains should be Baudin still. It is still Alex Baudin, 12 points. That's going to flip-flop tomorrow for sure. I'll just park you right there again. Zenith. Someone who followed cycling only tell me, does Poggy have a potential to surpass all the Chris Froome's achievements, or is he done? Or, dude, I'll let the chat answer, but for me, he's already completely done it. Poggy's won monuments. Did Chris Froome ever win a monument? I'm going to say like 100% no. Rail, you probably know the answer. Aaron probably knows that answer too. Poggy can ride it all. He can win the 7-day stage races. He can win the Grand Tours. He can win one-day classics. I think there's only 2 monuments. Is it 2 monuments, guys? I think he hasn't won Milan-San Remo, and he hasn't won Paris-Roubaix. No, he has won Milan-San Remo. Sorry. He won it this year. He hasn't won Paris-Roubaix, so I think that's the only one left. Is that correct for Poggy? I think. Who's this dude? Peter. Is it Peter? Hello from southern Brazil. Let me be the pioneer. Dude, yes, dude. Thank you so much. Piccerino. You are the pioneer? Dude, you want to say where you are in Brazil? I'm just going to say you're in Rio. Or maybe Sao Paulo. Which one? We're going to drop a pin here somewhere. We'll just drop you right in here. Dude, thank you. And Peter Eno. I think that's how it was spelt. Yep. Peter Eno. Save. Dude, you're in. You are the pioneer for South America. You're the first one in from South America. Come on, South America. Brazil is fully dominating you already. Full domination. The closest person we have to you is probably Todd up in Costa Rica. Todd's an American, guys, from Colorado, I believe. And I think he married a Costa Rican lady. And he has a mountain bike touring company here. And I see his rides on Strava. They're super short. Super short distance-wise, but they're straight up and down. He'll ride 10 kilometers and he'll do 1,500 meters of climbing. It's just every day. Insanity. No, not riding 150K, that's for sure. Not there. You'd probably die doing that. So Peterino's on the board. Yeah, it's kind of a different day here, guys. This is all going to be definitely the phase 2 is the exciting part of this stage today. But it's still Tour de France, guys. When Tour de France starts, you just take July off. You got to just take July off. George Foreman saying, few know the impact, importance of Duran Duran and the evolution of rock and music in general. Dude, yeah, Duran Duran. I started watching John Taylor's channel. I can't remember when. The bassist. Dude, he is a super talented bassist. And a lot of the Duran Duran had funky bass. It had very, very funky bass. That was one thing about it. And they always highlighted the bass guitar in Duran Duran's music. And there's modern dudes trying to play Duran Duran, and they're like, this is really freaking hard to play. And we're talking like guys from like metal bands or metal experts talking about how hard some of the Duran Duran pop songs are to play. Yeah, we're like an hour and a bit to that intermediate sprint. Anthony's saying, I think Haben Tesfamikiel. That looks like an Eritrean name, doesn't it? It's from Eritrea. Dude, I may have to add him on. I may just add Haben on. I hope he's here. Haben, are you from Eritrea? Dude, there's got to be more people here from other countries. Poggy left Froome behind a long time ago. Now he's chasing Merckx. Yeah, in reality, dudes, it's Merckx and Poggy, the two greatest cyclists of all time. I don't think there's anyone that even comes close. Anyone? Yeah, I would say Merckx, Poggy, Bernard. That would say Merckx, Poggy, Bernard. Is that fair, guys? Is that fair? Let's talk about top 3 overall cyclists of all time. Like, Big Mig, 5-time winner. Why is he not in there? Because outside of the Tour de France, didn't win classics. Bernardino did. Poggy's done it. Eddie Merckx did it all. Kind of like an overall rider. Who can win a Grand Tour? Who can win a 7-day race? Who can win a 1-day race? Who can compete very well in time trials? Who can compete very well in climbs? I think that's all 3 of them. Aaron's talking to Petrino here. Peter Eno, hope you have recovered from the Norway match. Yeah, Zenith, I think he has too. You're responding to Rail, and I'm going to respond for him. Yeah, I think he has. Because, I mean, Froome, Tour de France, La Vuelta. I don't think but none of the classics. I guess it depends what you mean by the achievements, what level. Peter, it was bad. I'm over it now. Give it a few days. Time heals all wounds, apparently, guys. Yeah, at least it was not the USA disaster. Rickshaw. Got a new guy here. Got a new guy. Rickshaw, speaking of music, my friend, are you a doppelganger of William M? Dude, I think I might be the ultimate doppelganger. So far, guys always joke about Max Headroom, and I think that's because I'm tilted down a lot. The hair a little bit. I show a lot of forehead. Max Headroom, character on Canadian TV show back in the 80s, 90s. Gordon Ramsay. I get that one all the time. All the time. I told my mom that yesterday. She goes, Gordon Ramsay? And it's the wrinkles and a little bit of the hair. That's it. I do have a very furrowed brow. David Boreanaz, the Bones Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Get that one all the time too. Someone yesterday said Pete Hesketh. What is he, Secretary of Defense for the U.S.? I don't know. I don't know what the guy looks like. And now William Albert Broad. I don't know who that is. Rick, where are you from, dude? Can I add you to the map? I need to know if Rick wants to get on the pin map. Rick, what is the pin map? Here it is. Rick, please tell me you're from South America. I know you're not. You're probably not. That's a big thing on Facebook now. Who's Dop? I was going to put mine on there because someone will put something on. There was a girl yesterday. I just met the celebrity. Who is my doppelganger? And I'm like, I forget her name. She's one of the women that was on The View, Rosie, who left the U.S. In protest or something like that. I'm like, yeah, lucky you. Lucky you. You look like Rosie O'Donnell. What has she done lately? Yeah, Froome would dominate the Grand Tours. What's this guy on the road here? It's got a weird sign up. I'm not sure what this is all. Oh, it's all about Paul. It's all about Paul. Yeah. Paul, say ha. Yeah, because Froome wouldn't dominate the Spring Classics or the Classic Monuments, if you want to call them that. Okay, nice. Dave, at an event years ago, heard this from someone. Lance would hear about a fan patient that was suffering. He would just show up, visit, and vanish. No press, no fanfare. Dude, yeah. I mean, yeah, Lance, the ultimate dick at the time, but I think he's probably a good guy. You know, once you're Lance's friend, you're in for life. That's it. You're in. You're locked in. Lock in, bro. Lance and George Hincapie doing the hula hoop skit, Key and Peele. Could you imagine that? They should do a face. Dude, don't do it. Actually, someone do that for me. I want to see Lance's face, George Hincapie's face swapped, the Key and Peele hula hoop skit. Just go watch it. Dude, anyone that shows up for kids and cancer people. Actually, I saw a good one yesterday. Some random lady, looked like a little white lady who loved Rihanna. She saw Rihanna at a store and Rihanna took her time to talk to her. And the lady was fighting cancer. And Rihanna was like, don't ever say that about yourself. You look fantastic. Because the lady was like losing her hair and stuff like that. Dude, I love stuff like that. Sometimes you don't really know what the stars are like. You know? And it works the other way too. Some of the ones that appear nice are probably total douchebags. That's life. Only thing that Froome has over Poggy is that Poggy hasn't won La Vuelta. Froome has 4. Poggy will have 5. Yeah. Poggy's pretty much won everything. There's a few more he needs to do to get onto the Merckx level. And then everyone's going to say, well, racing is different. Yeah, it was different back then too. Anthony's asking, will Torsten Treen keep the yellow jersey for another stage? Dude, I think he's going to fight for it. I think he'll fight hard tomorrow on the Tourmalet. Dude, I think he can hold it for a while. I really believe he can. Because for someone to take it, they're going to have to put a big attack in tomorrow. Torsten Treen is not a bad climber. Not a bad climber at all. Let's take a look at him right here. We'll go to the start list. Well, we're going to pull up Uno X. We're going to pull up Torsten Treen. His points on PCS are all dedicated towards GC and climbing points. He can do it. And last year okay, hang on. Ineos, remember guys, let's not switch off in terms of this section, but paying attention to cooling and everything. They're warning the guys, just pay attention. You know what, dudes? The peloton is really strung out right now with a 3-minute and 17-second gap. They are cooking here right now. Not heat-wise, although it is warm. Back at the 2025, I'd have to look at every stage here. I'd have to look at every stage here and try to remember them. Take a look here. This one here, the Alto de El Moradero climbing stage, finished 8th on that stage. He can climb. This one here, I think, was a climbing stage as well, stage 20, finished 12th on that stage. It's not like he's going to be finishing last on the Tourmalet tomorrow. Not even close. And with that jersey, you know his team is saying, dude, wear it for as long as you can. And we'll do everything to support you. So, dude, I think he's wearing it through rest day. He's wearing it through rest day. How about that? Oh, dude, Aaron's saying that Paul Double is in the Austrian group. Dude, that's awesome. Paul Double, Jayco Alula, great rider. Always on those final climbs. Mulberger and Großschartner. Yeah, Großschartner is UAE. Mulberger is Red Bull, I think. Going to Trek, isn't that right? Is that right? George here saying Del Toro group in the same type of climate and geography as Italy, France, Spain. The Mediterranean zone of the Northern Hemisphere. Ensenada is a port. Wine country, extreme heat in the summertime. Yeah, many sides to Lance, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yep, 3 Grand Tours as well. Poggi needs to get La Vuelta to wrap that up. When's he going to do that? Poggi will try to... I think Poggi wants to get 6 Tour de France wins because Lance's don't count, I guess. Lance has got 7. The record is 5. Who knows what was involved then. But Poggi could get 6 legitimately. That's the record there. But he needs La Vuelta as well. Yeah, Zen is saying Poggi will be the GOAT, the greatest of all time, because he's young and successful. Yeah, dude, he's got plenty of time. Sovo was a nickname I got way back when I was young. It was short for Soviet because my surname is Slovenian language. It's basically Russian. I'm originally Slovenian, but living... Okay, gotcha, dude. Sovo. Dudes, Sovo, that's his nickname, so we're going to call him Sovo. Frungo, Brap. This is at 10. 10 Gene Man. Gene Man, where are you from? We're saying I wouldn't call Mr. Xenomorph a wheel sucker. He's nowhere near Valverde or Simon Guerin's level at being glued to the nearest wheel. Okay, David saying Froome never won a one. Did he never win a one-day race? Yeah, that's probably right. It's just like when you think about it, Miguel Indurain never won a road stage at the Tour de France. He only won time trials. Never won a stage race, like a road race at the Tour de France. Check this out. Countries per edition with the most stage wins. This year, 1 win by Mexico, 1 win by Slovenia, 1 win by Denmark. And then there was a team. What am I missing? What about Matt? Okay, Mads is Denmark. I guess the time trial didn't count. Because Jonas, PCS is saying 1 for Mexico, that's Isaac. 1 for Slovenia, that's Poggi. 1 for Denmark would be, who's that? Mads or Jonas? How about 2? Let's fix that, PCS. You can hire me anytime. Hire me anytime. I work cheap. Minimum wage. Johnny's saying, yeah, Poggi is past Froome for sure. He is literally Eddie Merckx of his age. Yeah, he is the next Eddie Merckx that can race anything and has a chance of winning. And when I say chance, I mean a really good chance. Like, guys, imagine Chris Froome. Did Chris ever race the Paris-Roubaix? He would just like... If Chris Froome raced the Paris-Roubaix, and again, no disrespect, he's so skinny, his bones would just snap on the cobbles. That's what I'm thinking. Guy's got a sign on the side of the road that says "Shoot Bidon." I would have one saying "Gadouche Bidon." Yeah, so cool. Egan Bernal passes a bottle right to a lady on the side of the road. Dude, that's a win right there. Dude, if I got a bottle from a pro rider, I would probably just gadoosh and explode and die. Uh David, I've got Garo on my live commentary on SBS. Froome only ever entered Liège, Bastogne Liège. Okay, didn't know that. Thank you, Whitley. Yeah, Nit. It's totally sprinter stage. Nit from Delhi. Is it New Delhi? Yeah, New Delhi in India. Yeah, definitely a sprinter stage. Possibly a last minute long range attack from a guy in blue. Talked about him a little bit already. Oh, David's saying that Lance did well at Amstel Gold Race and tried to win the Ron Vlaanderen. Yeah, Vogue got Poggy good in Roubaix. Yeah, you could totally see the difference. Like, Poggy didn't stand a chance at that one, but so close. Brazil is the most important lungs of the planet. Blessed be the environmentalists and Brazil activists. Yeah, the Amazon basin. Uh, Gonzo saying, well, Poggy does need to win more tours to really go past the other greats. It's hard to imagine he won't. Yeah, so like, is Poggy going to race La Vuelta this year? No, I don't think so. I think next year, well, he didn't do the Giro this year. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do them all. Oh, Dalimar. I am from Puerto Rico but live in North Liberty, Iowa since 2023. Dalimar, I might have put your name down already in Iowa, didn't I? I can't blind right now. We got Greg Wilcox in Iowa. Dalimar, guess what? We're gonna go around the rules a little bit here. UCI regulations coming in here right now. So Dalimar is from Puerto Rico, so fair enough. Dalimar, thank you. Dalimar is going into Puerto Rico because we've already got someone there. Hope this is okay with you. Dalimar. Sorry, I spelt your name wrong there. Dalimar. Boom. There we go. Pin map. Let's go. Fill it out, boys. Fill it out. I know we got Phil here. He is in the Caymans. Fab cycling in the Bahamas. All I can think here is hurricanes. That's all I can think is hurricanes. Dalimar, Phil, Fab, have you lived through hurricanes? Anything really bad? Doesn't Puerto Rico get smashed all the time? Like all the time. Back to the race here, guys. Baptiste Weistroff are still out there. I'm going to check the weather again, guys. Temperature's changing. It's getting warm, guys. It's now 34 degrees. We were descending all day. We've been descending, like I said, we've been descending all day. Max temperature now 34 degrees. I'm staying inside. I'm riding on Bike Terra. Probably won't have a lot of Bike Terra stuff today, guys, just because it's a sprint stage. I try to find it's better for hills and the mountain stages. But don't forget about Bike Terra. Duran Duran's first album, Planet Earth, was fire. Absolutely, dude. Miss Vader, the kitty cat, saying hello. Okay. That's right. I think Nick Rhodes produced Kajagoogoo is Too Shy. Hush, hush, eye to eye. Lamal. Gino Bartoli lost years to World War One. Was it one or two? World War Two? Two? Dude, I should know this. Gonzo saying top four: Merckx, Eno, Poggy, and Kelly. Yeah, it's hard to forget about Kelly. Yeah. I think Kelly has the record for Paris-Nice wins. Can someone look that up? I think he has like 7 Paris-Nice wins, or maybe it's 9 or something insane like that. Mikey, Hello all. I'm in from my old man's ride about shower time. Sean Kelly, what a bike racer. Yeah, haven't even mentioned him. We got AT Damo here. Yeah, at Damo, watching from Manila in the Philippines. Dude, I think you're going on the board. I think you're going on the board. Super Dave's back. American football. We're horrible at passing. Okay, we're talking soccer again. At Damo from the Philippines. Dude, I think you got to go on the board too. It's amazing, guys. I don't have them yet. It's really cool. Like I've been doing this for a couple of years, this style, like as much cycling as I can. Dudes, I'm gonna say it right now. I think like independent, I probably cover more cycling than anyone out there on YouTube. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I looked this morning, I have 612 videos. That kind of blew my mind away. We're just gonna drop a pin here somewhere. Dude, you know what I want to do? I want to put at Damo here, special treat to a Damo. I want to put him on the Spratly Islands. That's where I want to put him. Uh, there's like this is that place. This is the what do they call this? Uh, Union Bank's Tizard Bank, the South China Sea. They like to call it, but here it's called the West Philippine Sea. I've never heard of that before. Uh, and China's trying to move into the area. And they're building man-made islands with airstrips on them and stuff like that. And I think the Philippines has it's basically have a boat, a rusted hulk of a boat that just sits out there in the water, like just smashed up on a little piece of land. And there's army guys that take turns out there, like craziness. So we're just gonna drop a pin here. I'm just gonna put them right here at Damo. Maybe someone knows more about that. You could tell me. No. Sorry, guys. Blinded by the light. At Damo. Oh, I've got you at art. Yeah, we don't want that. There we go. Save. You represent the Philippines in your territorial waters. Okay, why won't that zoom out quick enough? Here we go. The West Philippine Seas. Dude, this is great. Salib Sea, the Sulu Sea, the West Philippine Sea. Wow. The Malacca Sea, Suram Sea. Dude, we're getting so much in here now. Banda Flores. Ooh, Flores. Flores alert. Homo floriensis. Dude's covered just under 80 kilometers right now. Still in phase one of the race. Still super chill. Hopefully they've all got their sunscreen on. Relaxing. Again, 34 degrees. I'm not going outside. So at Damo, I know you say you're from Manila, but I wanted to just get you out there a little bit into the ocean. Represent Philippines flag flying proudly out in the sea there. Max Headroom was a 7-Up ad. They got him his own TV show. Yeah, I think in Canada was that show. Matt Fewer played Max. Common knowledge, yes. Very much common knowledge. POW sounds much better than if they use the English wooden fence. Is that what it stands for? Wooden fence? Okay, rolling guys. I'm thinking I need another coffee here. I got just enough coffee left upstairs to go up and heat one up. Dude, new guy. One really underrated rider today is Primos. Yeah, dude, he's still a fantastic rider. The Europeans hate the Americans winning. Runner, where you from, dude? Hey guys, how far are they into the race? We just passed kilometer 80. We've got about another 80 Ks to go. In phase one of the race, over at Inside Cycling World. That's my channel here. That's where you're watching. It's kind of like the chill session before the storm really unleashes. It's going to start at kilometer 115 with the sprint point of the day. Merlier, Binyam, Philipson, Pedersen are all going to be involved in that. There are some lumps after that where I believe there's going to be some strongman attacks to try to disrupt the sprinters today. So a little bit to go there. Runner, where are you from, dude? We're trying to fill out the pin map. I need to know your location. What state are you from? Country? Where you at, dude? Planet, even? Okay, I'm going to keep reading, guys. Dave saying, I think the other race Poggy has yet to win is Amstel. Okay. Yeah, guys, because there's 5 monuments, which I always interchange with classics. So you kind of want to win all 5 of them, like Eddie did. Do I think Torsten has a chance to win the Tour de France? I would, like, right now, dude, and in the most respectful way possible, absolutely not. But huge top 10 GC guy. And if Uno X gets a top 10 GC here at the Tour de France, that's a win right there. Total win. He's already got a top 10 finish at La Vuelta, the Spanish Grand Tour. So, yeah, they're up there now. EF could be possibly fighting for a top 10. Just depends how everything plays out. Super Dave, with Lance, he does not have to apologize every day of his life. Time for all of you just to move on. Yeah, dude, I agree with that. I agree with that. I used to listen to Lance's podcast when it first came out. I've been called a Lance lookalike, or I talk like Lance, I think. I don't know how. 2 different places, Austin, Alberta. But, yeah, he's done his time. He's done his time. You know, let's say you get Remco Evenepoel getting a pole from the decathlon car. This is twice today that decathlon's been really handy to other teams. Remco being towed full right to the front here. Yeah, dude. Okay, a little bit too much wheel suck in there. It was Vashik earlier. I think it was Vashik. Runner saying I predict Jonas will win the Tour on Alpe d'Huez. Dude, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. I'm not... To me, if Poggy wins or Jonas wins, either way, that's fine. I'd love to see a dark horse win. I just want to see a real battle. A real battle. It's kind of like when you guys watch your soccer games and it's a blowout. It's like, oh, that freaking sucked. You want to see the battle to the end. Yeah, dude, I would say Lance's wins still count too. I would. The only thing, and Runner, since you're new here, the only thing Lance did wrong was by viciously defending himself. Bjarne Reese has come out now and said, yeah, I was dope the whole time. But at the time, he didn't attack people over it. Just kind of, yeah, you got me. Things like that, right? Or anyone that did get caught would just disappear for a while and then come back. Yeah, dude, Rail. Totally, dude. I was going to continue that conversation about Lance helping Bradley come back. But yeah, this comment here, Rail, I was going to go into that as well, but sometimes I talk about too much other weird stuff. I think the nicest thing that Lance did was he helped Jan Ullrich in getting sober. Dude, completely. 100%. They've gone, I think they were doing a bunch of rides together in Mallorca. I love Jan Ullrich. I love his TT. I love his position. Go back and look at Jan Ullrich's extension position on his bike in the TT. I'm not even sure if riders these days could ride that bike. I mean, his extension bars were pointing down. Can you imagine the lack of control you'd have over your bike? Yeah, Don saying Uno X can probably hold the yellow jersey until stage 9-10. Yeah, I think he's going to hold it through rest day. Like, they know tomorrow, Torsten, you're in bed early tonight. Torsten, you're getting your own room tonight. Torsten, no Xbox, no Sony. We're taking your phone away from you. Yeah, we're doing all that. You need to get a good rest because you need to defend. You need to keep that yellow jersey tomorrow. Dave saying, Aaron, you might be right. I may be crazy. I'm just a lunatic. Whitley saying, Poggy smashes the KOM on Alpe d'Huez, ending the Anchovies' dreams. Okay, yeah, because there's big talk of will he take out Pantani's time? Oh, we got people in costume on the side of the road here on their horses. In period costume. Got the black hats with the big long red. They look like the Musketeers. Yeah, that's the Musketeer look, isn't it? Okay. Let me keep reading here. Delamar, I have watched the Tour de France since I was 17. Old-fashioned riders, McGill Indurain, Marco Pantani, Lance Armstrong, Hincapie, Eddie Merckx, all of them. All of them. Rail, maybe there are some Poggy fans here, not me. I'm just generally toxic. Dude, isn't that a guy thing as you get older? Rail, how old are you, dude? Can I ask you? Dude, okay, I'll tell you. I'm 57, guys. 57 years old. And dudes, it is saying on the motos, which I think are a little bit too high, 36 degrees Celsius. So that's why they were saying, guys, watch your hydration today. 2 brutal days. Yeah, it's 34 degrees out there. I think the motos always read a smidge high. 2 brutal days in the heat. Like, think about that dude, who was it that lost 9 kilograms of weight? You're going to, like, basically pulverize your body, deplete yourself before one of the hardest days coming up tomorrow morning. So, be careful. Froome raced Roubaix early on in his career from David. Didn't know that, dude. Thank you, David. Yeah, Rail saying here. So Chris Froome raced Paris-Roubaix once. It was 2014. It ended him crashing multiple times before the first cobble sector or even to start. Did he finish it? Rolling on here, guys. Okay, just kind of reading comments and stuff. Yeah, Ezekiel Del Toro, man. Yeah, classy dude. Classy dude here. I'm just reading George's comments. Star saying, I do genuinely think that no one could understand and race the Tour like Armstrong. Never a rider like him, even with EPO. Yeah, I do. I've got a ton of respect for Lance Armstrong. Oh, they got a little thing here, riding to the future. Oh, they're talking about, well, I guess this is a weird one. Remco, Kevin Vauquelin, doing a little commercial public service announcement. If you're coming to the race, please use public transport. Okay, sure. I guess less cars on the road. Lars Krabs, we've got that one as well, right? Star saying, I think it would be cool if they included more cobbles in the tour, even having one stage a bit more dedicated to it. Yeah, some of the gravel sections I've really liked over the years. Rail, Lars Boom. Lars Boom was a very big Dutchman that was very good in those types of cobble races. I remember that name. Dudes, I think I might get a coffee here. We still got 71 kilometers to go. And when I say get a coffee, I might just add some cold onto this cold coffee and heat it up a little bit. Microwave coffee, only the finest. The Italians are cringing right now. They're cringing. We don't have many Italians in this group. Okay, we're talking about Poggy, not even. Runner saying he doesn't even think Taddy is a top 2 rider. Dude, he's #1 rider in the world. Remains to be seen if he's going to win the Tour. Anything can happen, guys. That's what I like about the Tour. It's a new story every day. Does Roger de Vlaeminck have a better Palmares than Sean Kelly? I would need to check that. Yeah, look up Sean Kelly if you can, Rail. How many Paris-Nice wins he won? He's like the king of Paris-Nice. I don't think anyone can touch that record ever again. And I think it was Sean Kelly too. He was so dominant in the late 70s, early 80s that after he retired, he was still on top of the UCI World standings for a very, very long time after that, before other people started getting enough points to get past him. Okay, okay, dudes, I gotta grab my coffee right now. I'll be right back. Gonna leave the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence for a minute and a half. Uh-oh. I'll have to fix that. right, dudes, back inside the 10x10 cube of cycling dominance and performance excellence, and I believe I have kicked the camera on the way out the door, so I need to adjust that right now. I did kick the camera. You can see I'm off screen, so let me just go adjust that now. And we need to turn that to there. There we go. There we go. There, guys, I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Back on screen, guys. What's been going on here? Dudes, 67.2 kilometers to go. It's a 3-minute gap still. Weisstroffer's been out there all day by himself from the very drop of the flag. Let's get in here. Give that a little tweak there. Let's take a look over on... where are they on course? Sprint point coming up. They've just got light winds over their right shoulder right now. The lightest winds over the right shoulder. I'm not sure why they were so concerned about the echelons maybe happening here. I think it's mostly due to the flat nature, the speed, and the heat out there of the race course right now. This is where we're at, guys. Saying 3 minutes, 6 seconds back. I'm going to get caught up in the chat here. Oh, I've got a cord wrapped around my feet here. Rail. So we're having a discussion here about who's better, Jonas or Runner. A little bit of back and forth between the boys here. It's fine. And then Rail just says, I hate both of them. With a passion. Yeah, dudes. I think whenever there's a dominant dude, guys, Formula One. Remember when it was Lewis winning everything? A lot of people hated him. A lot of people hate him. Didn't help also the way he dressed. I'm going to throw that out there. Now I think Max is getting some of that hate, right? Don't you think? I think whenever someone's super dominant in a sport, people end up disliking them. Oh, Ferdinand. We got Ferdinand here. I am from Pampanga, Philippines. We're adding Ferdinand right now to the map. So, dudes, and I was going to say it. Filipinos, they love their cycling. Dude, I don't know where Pampanga is. I'm looking quickly to see if it'll pop out. Maybe it'll give me a clue here. Oh, we got Ferdinand. Is this you, Ferdinand? Not sure if that's you or not, Ferdinand. Okay, here's the poll. Who will win, guys? What are you going to say? In the poll, Jasper, Tim, Ola, Binyam, Pavel, Max, Mads Pedersen. It's just the sprinters. What about Matthew van der Poel? Guys, what might change it up to? It is a hot day out there. It is a hot day. Yeah, pure sprinters. Mads Pedersen would be, well, Mads can sprint. I don't want to say he's not a sprinter. 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Star here. No one is realistically close to either Jonas or Pogacar for GC. Yeah, totally. Like Remco. No, he's not. It's not a Remco thing. Even Paul, I think Paul is just a tweak too young. He's just here, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed. That's what Paul's Tour de France is going to be this year. I think he's going to finish very high. Here we go. Fab. The Chinese Navy ramming themselves trying to sink a Filipino naval vessel last year. So I think that's all that South China Sea stuff. Rick. William Elmot Broad, a.k.a. Billy Idol. Watching. Oh, okay. That's Billy Idol's name. Dude, you know Billy Idol's at the Calgary Stampede. Billy Idol is playing at the Calgary... dude, I'm going to show you right where. We're doing it. We're doing it. Don't make me do these kinds of things, guys. Don't make me do it. So here's Calgary. That's not what I wanted to do. That's the falls at Bragg Creek. They're not very big. I did have some falls discussion. The Waptia Falls out at the Burgess Shale. So, dudes, if you don't know, I live out here. There's my home. Right there. There's my house. This is that big square. That's the compound. Nothing strange happens out there, by the way. Calgary. This is kind of my home city. Calgary's kind of my home city. I grew up in the Northeast here in Calgary, right over here in Abbeydale. This is where I grew up. Went to school here, went to university here. Billy Idol David Lee Roth, Sloan, great Canadian band. Look up Sloan, Sloan, big in the 90s, in Canada anyways. 90s, 2000s. And Toque, Toque. Canadians know what a toque is. The rest of you have no idea. Toque is basically they have some of their own music, but they're kind of a cover band. And they're really, really good. They play everything. The main guy, Todd Kearns, was on tour with Triumph and April Wine on Triumph's 50th anniversary tour, I think it was called. So Triumph is another Canadian band, 3-piece, that went on tour, and instead of using backing tracks like all the loser musicians of the modern era do, and I guess bands like Motley Crue do too. We know that for a fact. We know that. Don't fake it anymore, boys. Triumph said, hey dudes, we're over 70. We're going to bring some young guys in that can help us hit the notes. And that's what Todd Kearns does for Toque. So anyway, right here, guys, Princess Island Park. Billy Idol's going to be playing somewhere here. Probably over here. The Great Outdoors Comedy Festival. I saw Billy Idol at Saddle Dome last year or the year before. William Albert Broad. I love that. That's Rickshaw, and he's watching from Boracay in the Philippines. So we will add you on, Rick. And again, the Philippines are taking over, guys. Philippines is now taking over Boracay. Dude, I had no idea. Sometimes I just look and I just randomly see the word. Okay, dude, I got to drop you on here. Just dropping you on here so we can get back to the race. Rickshaw. Rick, not Tick. Rick Shaw. There we go. You're on, dude. Philippines, I love their cyclism. Not sure why. I guess maybe in the Philippines, probably a lot of travel by bicycle. It's got to be that. Dudes, Alpecin, Sudal, only 2 teams that have been anywhere near the front today. Moving on, dudes. Pederino saying you could set my pin in Sao Paulo. Okay, dude, I'll adjust that later. Runners from Iowa. Dude, pin map? What do you think? Pin map? Yeah, we'll throw you on there, dude. You've made it. Runners from Iowa. Dude, I'm just going to drop a quick one here. And once you tell me where you're really from, I'll try to move it later today after I do this. I generally do this after the fact, and I'm desperately trying to remember people's names. Yeah, no. There we go. Runner, you're on, dude. Where did I put you? Let me know if I'm anywhere near your hometown. You're in the middle of bum F nowhere, bro. If you know what I'm saying. You're in the middle of nowhere here. You're near a place called Dow's. Watch, you'll say something like, "Oh, actually, I used to be on the council for the Dow's municipality," or something like that. Dude, I want to hear that one day. Something really goofy like that. What's this all about? Aaron's asking, Colin, have you seen the tunnel news in the Gibraltar Strait? Or they're talking about building a tunnel. Is that what it is? Oh, by the way, that's right. Gino Bartoli smuggled Jews out of Europe, used his fame as a bike racer to get paperwork through checkpoints. So yeah, he lost stages during World War II. What's crazy is the racing that happened during the wars, guys. There was places that they ran races. And that one book I'm listening to, I'm in the 50s now, or late 60s, I can't remember. And I don't really pay enough attention. The Germans wanted the Tour de France to run through parts of World War II. They wanted it to run. And it just never happened. Babsy, I just signed on. I am from South Africa. What is happening in the race? Will it be a sprint finish breakaway? Designed to be a sprint finish. I'm forecasting potential breakaway. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. We've got a sprint point at kilometer 114, 115 here. Trek rider calling back for the team car. We got some team radio coming from Lead Out Trek. Let's watch this, boys. What do we got? They're asking Derek G to drop back. I don't know. Team Car's asking Derek G to drop back. Oh, If you still have time, can you give him some ice? We'll give him ice as well. So they're asking Derek G to come back, I believe, to the team car. There's the dogs. Sorry, guys. Dogs going nutty. Amazon deliveries as usual. Yeah, so it looks like they said, hey, Derek, come back to the team car. Someone else piped in, hey, can you give him some ice? Yeah, en route. So Derek G will be bringing ice up to the front. Where's Babsy? I'm from South Africa. Babsy, you're going on the map. Hopefully the dogs... Ugh. Dogs howling away in the background. Babsy, I'll just drop you a pin over here. This is normal. The normal occurrences at the Inside Cycling World compound. Babsy. Dude, let's get you adjusted later. I'll just drop you in here to put you on the western side of South Africa. Where did I put you? I put you in a town called Calvinia. Dude, this could be like... I could absolutely, guys, see myself making my channel, Let's Explore the World channel. And I just go to find a town. I look around. Like, dude, look at this. They got the Tarantula Guest House here. The Tarantula Guest House. What is that all about? Okay. Yeah, dude, it's probably going to be a 90% chance sprint finish. I see 10% chance of not really a... Well, I guess it would technically... They're going to pull Baptiste Weisstroffer back here soon. And I'm thinking they might try to do it before the sprint point that's coming up. So they can get max points. He's going to steal points there. I guess that's okay if he does. There'll be a sprint for second place. And then I think some teams might send guys out after kilometer 120. So Babsy just signed on in the channel right now. So we're talking about the tunnel, the Gibraltar Straits tunnel. Guys, now that we're here talking about that, here's something I want to discuss. Guys, I honestly could make my channel. Dude, I've got something else I want to show you here too today. Mr. Tangent's calling. You guys know I love Crazy Borders, and some of you guys are already knowing this, but people here in North America, I would say most don't know it. What are these islands here? It's not the Canaries, is it? Yeah, I'll have to check that out here in a second. This little place here, this little exclave of Spain over on the African side. Like, you can see the white line already right here. I don't know how you say that word, Ceuta. That's Spain. There's a little chunk of Spain right here. Like, that's bizarre to me. Why? Did they want this port? It's a famous port from back in the day. Yeah, it is a big port. You know? When was this allowed to still be Spain? So we're on Spanish soil here, then you're in Africa. So you're on a different continent when you cross this line. Spain's over here. We're talking about the Straits of Gibraltar, them building a tunnel through there. Probably be a really smart idea. Probably be a smart idea. Huge undertaking, though. I love looking at the underwater mountain ridges here because at one point, those were all above ground, above water. Look at this, guys. Way back when, during the glaciation, you could have walked to Majorca. You could have walked from the coast here out to Majorca, probably. Just depends how deep that is there. This would have all been exposed here. All this land here. Think what's buried out here, Rail. All this stuff would be exposed out there. This water would be probably too deep. That's how people got out here. They walked across land bridges at some point or another. And moving on. Yeah, Babsy, we've got a bunch of South Africans here too. I was talking to, dudes, I had to call one of the tenants up on one of my properties I manage. He was late on his rent. Super nice guy. He's from South Africa. He's from South Africa. So I got talking about cycling. He goes, oh yeah, South Africans love cycling, dude. And yeah, late on his rent. He goes, yeah, I saw that. He goes, I got an NSF charge from my bank. He goes, I don't know what's going on. He's a farmer. So it's not his highest priority. So he says, I'll tell you what, I'll go to the bank tomorrow. I'll get this finished up. I said, absolutely no problem, guy. This is the first time I talked to him. I said, let's just get you back on track. with the rent, all's good. Because there is penalties that we can charge. It's a $150 penalty if he doesn't pay his rent on time. I waived it because I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. I know you all think I'm quite the dick at times, but I'm absolutely one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I will do anything for everyone. So to me, I met this dude, nice guy. His name was Jacobus. Jacob. I just called him Jacob. I'm like, he probably just goes by Jacob. I'm just going to go with it. He's a farmer. He lives in Drumheller. He farms by Acme, Alberta. I'm like, dude, that's a big drive. 40-minute drive each day just to get to the farm. I think it was just like a little something happened in the banks, and something got mixed up. I go, dude, don't sweat it. I said, just tell me you're making an effort to do it, and I'll hold it back for a little bit. So we're there. I'll probably be the worst property manager on the planet. I'll probably be too nice to people. Bob Robertson, the southwestern part of South Africa. Dude, I'm curious as to where it is. Dude, there's I could just spend all day. Southwestern part of Australia. I don't really know. I'm just kind of looking. To me, southwestern. Robertson. Very English sounding name. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. So I'll get you fixed up there, Babsy. Dudes, 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Sprint point coming up in 11.2 kilometers. So it looks like Baptiste Weisstroffer will take the 25 points for the sprint win coming up. But there will be kind of a war coming up. This is one of the very few days where there's good points for the sprinters. There will be sprint points at the finish line too. I think we can do that over here, guys. We come back here. If we go to the route and we come to this one here, stage 5. I used to do this a lot last year as well. Sporting stakes. Okay, so the sprint point that's coming up in just over 11Ks, there's 25 points available. Weisstroffer's going to get them, and you can see it goes down to 15 points. The category 3, there's 2 and 1 points. There'll be a bit of a battle there. At the finish line, 70 points for the green jersey. 10, 6, and 4 seconds time bonifications. And I just love saying the word bonification. So 10, 6, and 4, bonifications. Try to use that word in your daily life today. People will just look at you and think you're insane. Yeah, all that stuff about Gino after it was all, yeah, it only came to light after the war. Okay, I think Runner's talking about Lance again. Yeah, he was a douche. I think you're talking about. Yeah, I think Lance was kind of a douche, but dude, incredible cyclist, knew the system. And again, I bet you if you sat down with him, probably a really nice guy. Remember Gareth from yesterday? Remember, guys, don't be a Gareth. Gareth in real life, he's probably a very nice guy. JD Adventures. I think Lance was used as a scapegoat for the rest of the cyclists. JD, Vernal, Utah, right? I haven't added you, I don't think. JD, are you Vernal? And his penalty should never been banned from any and all sports. Yeah, dude, I agree. Like, I know people make fun of him. There's a famous picture of Lance laying in his super cool basement that's all dark. The walls, I think, are like blue or black with his yellow jerseys. Is that right, guys? Am I just imagining that? What do they call it? The something effect? The Mandela effect. Did I just imagine that in my head? He's got his 7 jerseys on the walls, and people make fun of him for that picture. Dude, he won 7 Tour de France's. There's no doubt about that. Ferdinand, enough of Lance. Let's give it to him. I do. He's a survivor. Jeff is back again. Hey, Colin, I made it back. Dude, thank you so much. Yeah, Runner, dude. Lance is Lance, dude. It's hard to deny what he did for the sport and what he did for guys. He just was the bad guy at times, and he didn't help himself. I've never been caught. I've never tested positive. I've never tested positive. Like, dude, he was kind of telling the truth. I've never tested positive. Yeah, the test didn't work. Runner saying, I like the chat, people. I think Lance is still the GOAT. Very dominant. He controlled the peloton. Probably the last major patron. I always say that word wrong, guys. Of the Tour de France. I mean, Poggy is the GOAT right now, but he doesn't control the peloton the way Lance did. Lance was the boss back then. Aaron's talking about Jan Ulrich TT 2003. Okay, I'm just going to keep moving on here, guys. Ulrich looked great on that Bianchi, his best year, 95, 96. Yeah, dudes, I've got some pictures on my phone of Lance's bike. Actually, I have good pictures of Jan's TT bike and his thing. And I actually have a real good one of, was it Julian Dean? Yeah, Julian Dean. I think he was an Australian rider. Maybe he was New Zealander. Maybe. Australia, New Zealand, same place, right? Australians and New Zealanders want to beat the crap out of me right now. Dude, it's just the flag. It's the flag. You can't tell them apart from a distance. Dude, his bike from like 2003, whatever it was, looks as hot as any current bike. Hands down. And he could smoke any of us from 23 years ago, whatever it was. Okay, bounce around here. Yeah, Lance did kind of cause his own downfall and the denials. Remember when he had to go on Oprah Winfrey? Yeah, dude, I remember when that happened. I was at a dog race up in northern Saskatchewan, outside of Meadow Lake, watching it at night. And we were there just going, whatever. Anthony St. Colin can easily do a Ronald Reagan voice. Reagan tapes sound like an elder version of Colin. Dude, okay, that's another one. Dude, I'm trying to roll through here. It was great theater watching the German push the big gear. Rail. Dude, Rail's a young guy. Rail's 36 years old. Turning 36. Wow, dude. Wow. Dude, you're young. Got so much time ahead of you, man. Just like me. I got lots of time ahead of me, bros. Lots of time. Yeah, gonna keep rolling here. I'm always looking for new people. I'm looking for lurkers. Lurker. Just found him. Norte Silva. Favorite win? Tim earlier? Or I think you're saying Tim to win today. Norte, where are you from? I gotta think you're either Spanish or Mexican. Okay. Yeah, guys. Sometimes I just gotta just keep going. We're still 51 kilometers to go. Sprint's coming up in 6 kilometers. Weisdorfer has a 2-minute and 50-second lead. Dude, I just gotta move here. The people, the trees lining the streets, they're completely in the shades. The trees are like, umbrellaing across the street like that. I could back this video up 40 years and hear Phil and Paul commentating. I'm not sure if Paul was commentating 40 years ago, but it would have been close. Phil for sure. Rolling on, guys. Rolling on. Back out of the trees there, guys. Onto the main course here. Average speed is 44.2 kilometers an hour. Okay, rail scene here. Kelly won Paris-Nice 7 times. 3 Lombardias, 2 Milan-San Remos, 2 Liège-Bastogne-Lièges, 2 Paris-Roubaix, and a bunch of top 10 GCs in the Grand Tours. Like, Sean Kelly was quite the beast, too. The only thing is, maybe not the best commentator because he's speaking another language. He's not really speaking English. It's a very, very weird variant of English. But what a cyclist. Every time he talks, I'm like, and I think I'm really good with accents, people speaking other languages. And when anyone tries to speak English, I'm like, yeah, I'm listening, dude. And good job. Good job. Because I don't know a word of your language. Yeah. But Sean Kelly is like, what did he say? I have no idea. Oh, yeah, the Poggy individual time trial versus Primoz. That was like soul crushing. Soul crushing. Because Visma thought they'd won it. Soul crushing for poor Primoz. And even for Vout, I remember Vout afterwards, the look on his face, like, what happened? Yeah, that was sports spectacle at its best. Hmm. Some awesome rides, mid 80s, La Vie Claire. Yeah, totally. Lucien Le Petit Breton, my favorite Tour de France name from the past. Uh, oh, Fab Cycling. Anquetil was the first to break the Omerta, though. He rode a Paris Tours race without stimulants and said he would never do a race like that without stimulants again. So, dude, it's always been around. Jonas getting a bike change. Stops by himself. Team's not worried about this right now. Sudal, Alpecin still driving the front. I think we'll see other teams moving up here pretty quick. 3.5 kilometers to go, guys. NSN's going to get involved here. More Sudal riders will come to the front. 20 points available. Looks like I got something here. Dude, Cole Kane. Dude, I don't know what you just sent me here, but dude, Cole Kane from Norwegian. Row. Keep up the good job covering the Tour de France, Colin. Dude, thank you so much. Give that a little like here. And dude, 1,000 NOKs, Norwegian something or others. Dude, I don't know. Dude, Cole, you're always here, dude. Cole, did you know you're on the map already? Cole, you're on the map. Dude, I remember you so well from last year's Tour de France. Here every day. Cole works. A little bit of background here. David Piganzoli on screen right now. Big smile for the camera. Swear, I just thought I saw Wout van Aert for there for a second, but not in that. Dude, I just slapped you in Riyadh. I don't know where you work in Saudi Arabia, but he is a Norwegian. Works, I believe he's an engineer too. So he's probably the kind of guy I would work with every day in downtown Calgary. Engineers and geologists were like that. Even though at times we think the engineers are crazy, they're too much into the numbers, and us geologists, we just make up stories. Trust me, it's going to work. Trust me. It's one of those things. Thanks again, Cole. Dude, you're always here. Love it. Yeah, thanks so much, Cole. Any support, guys, love it. Dudes, whatever you can do for the channel, I really appreciate. Just subscribe. The easiest things to do are subscribe and hit the like button. All you got to do is take this little mouse and move it over there and hit like. And then some other dudes will see the video later today. Guys, right now, just the inner workings of Inside Cycling World. The videos will end. I'll finish with 40,000 views. By the end of the day, I got 48,000. That's based probably on your likes and YouTube going, oh, this guy searched Tour de France. This one looks pretty good. It might be garbage, but they send it to someone else and they watch it. And so on, and so on. Cole, love you, bro. Love you. You've got 4 likes. You got 5 likes already here coming at you. There, you got 6. Okay, I'm just gonna jump out here. Yeah, Cole is the boss, guys. He was the boss last year too. Having Rabobank back. Is Rabobank back on the jersey? Let me see. Oh, it's on the sides. It is on the sides. Watching Jonas here. I didn't get a kissy poo today, though. No kissy poo from Jonas. I guess he's serious today. Yeah, Rabobank right down the sides. Rabobank, the kind of orangey, well, the Dutch orange, blue and white color. The last guy I can think Rabobank would be Rasmussen, the chicken. Go Sean Kelly. Who is Sean Kello? Can you imagine if Sean Kelly was here? I think the closest to celebrity status we had, dude, am I right about this? Probably. We need Lorena Vibas here. Like, dude, if Lorena Vibas came in, I would probably just, I'd probably just end the stream. Might have to go have a cold shower immediately. We had World Tour rider Nicholas Sukowski, Q36.5, Pinarello, Tom Pidcock's neighbor. His dad was in the channel one day, which was fantastic because we got some inside details about him riding the Giro. Denny Menchov, yeah, that's another huge name, was the face of Rabobank. Did Levi Leipheimer race for Rabo too? Someone else might know. I'm not sure if I know that. Dude, just gonna have some coffee here. Soudal on the front with Alpecin here. Sprint point here for Baptiste Weisstroffer. He's got less than 100 meters to go. He will pick up 25 points here. See how that plays out at the end of today, because now less points available for the other sprinters. We still have 45 kilometers to race. It is currently 10 to 9 in the morning for me. We've been racing for 2.5 hours. 2 hours, 32 minutes. Average speed on course right now, guys, is 44.2k an hour. I'll flip-flop over to the tour site. I think I had some other stuff to talk about today, too. Yeah, dude, I did. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one. Dude, wins. Remember yesterday we were talking about wins? Yeah, here they are. And because Rail was here, and he was the first one to bring one up, Europe, the Americas, North America, over that. There it is, dude, the Halny. In the Northern Carpathians, the Halny. It's a phone wind that blows in southern Poland and in Slovakia and the Tatra Mountains of the Carpathians. Yeah, it looks like another katabatic, whatever you want to call it, or maybe it's an upslope one that's a cooling wind. I'm not sure. We can take a look at North America. Here it is. We got an Alberta Clipper. That's what the Americans call our nasty weather that comes to visit them every winter. We also have the Chinook. Warm, dry, westerly wind off the Rocky Mountains. It dumps all the snow and moisture on the east side, and then it comes racing down and smashes Calgary. Some of the fastest, greatest, the records for the fastest temperature swings are in Montana and southern Alberta. And I think that's probably like, I'm not saying extreme temperatures, the fastest swings. Here it is right here. Here's that word I was trying to say yesterday. Katabatic winds. The Jarbo Gap wind, I have no idea where that is. Oh, it's in the Northern Sierra. Katabatic wind is a downslope wind caused by the flow of an elevated high-density air mass into a lower-density air mass below. The spelling katabatic with C is also used. Okay. So, dude, there's tons of them. The Santa Anas, that's a very common one off California. Those Santa Anas, yeah, that's when the fires kick. There's no way you're stopping those fires. Some more wacky stuff I was looking at. What about the Witch of November? Oh, dude, I've totally got the record of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Is that in the song? Oh, I think they say when the winds of November come calling. I think it's the winds of November in the song. Then we've got all the European ones. The only ones I would know is probably the Scirocco, the Mistral. I think the Mistral one is the one that impacts Vaughan 2 all the time. Binyam here. Okay, guys. Binyam's in the mix. Let's go. Oh, I got to update this, guys. Weisstroffer through. And did I miss the sprint? Velux sponsorship on the side of the road. Soudal on the front here. Looks like they're winding it up right now, guys. Yeah, so we've already got Weisstroffer winning. So here comes the big boys coming through now. Okay. Okay, lots of weird stuff going on here. Dogs going crazy. Lorena, all power, no tactics. Yeah. Did he say the Witch of November? Really? Guys, Gordon Lightfoot, record of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Put that on today. Tell me if you don't get goosebumps. Remember I talked about this too? Frisson is an actual thing. Oh yeah, dudes, I missed the sprint. Oh well. I'll give you some stats here. They've just got Weisstroffer winning it. There's nothing new on PCS yet. I've been refreshing it here. Yep, it still says just them. And it looks like an Astana guy got it. Philipson might have been in 4th or 5th. Binyam was probably one spot ahead of Philipson there. I'll make sure I'm actually watching the race for the finish line, guys. So is it really the Witch of November? So, dude, there's an actual wind called the Witch of November. And where was it? Yeah, and it's across the Great Lakes. Dude, so the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald was an American tanker hauling iron ore, 30,000 tons or more, right? Isn't that what he said? I think about 20 to 30 guys died on it. It happened in the 70s. A fantastic Canadian wrote a song about it, which is basically the history of what happened. And I always thought it was the winds of November, but yeah, the witch of November, strong winds blowing across the Great Lakes in autumn. I think the Edmund Fitzgerald went down in November, which would be the witch of November here. Wow. Sundowner, strong offshore wind off the California coast. Dude, there's so many of them. This is the best site I found. Wikipedia was the best place to find it. I actually didn't know that Kona was a wind. Oh, dude, I could spend hours doing that. Yeah, I gotta get off that. I should have closed the page because I'm gonna go back to it too. Uh, Jeff's got a question here. One famous American artist started out as a cowboy, and then when asked how things were going during the winter, he replied with a sketch that is now famous called "Waiting for a Chinook." Who was he? Dude, I have no idea, but was he waiting for a Chinook wind? So that would tell me that he's probably from Montana. If he's American, he's waiting for a Chinook. Mr. Ted DiBiase, those Santa Ana winds always have me chasing my trash cans down. Yeah, totally. Can you imagine? And then when there's a fire, it gets even worse. The legend live on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitche Gumee. Yeah, I love it. Eddie's back after 2 hours. He had to take a little break. Anthony's saying over here we have the monsoon winds. Currently, the southeasterly monsoon, which is known locally as Kusi, is featuring. Okay. Anthony, where'd you say we're in? Are you Philippines? Eddie's asking me to take a look at the Magnificent King. I don't understand. It's a Chinese race, I think. Okay, it is the Witch of November. Dude, I love it even more. I gotta listen to that song today. Julian Cox, how's GC? Dude, flip-flop in the GC yesterday. That's not going to change today. We're on a sprint stage. The gap now is under 2 minutes. Dude, it's another rest day for the GC guys. And I said it yesterday. Yesterday's stage with the heat. Today's stage being flat and heat. 33 degrees Celsius. That's right over 90 Fahrenheit. And we've seen Team Car Radio saying, guys, drink, drink. Now, this part here, guys, we're coming up to kilometer 120. Or we're right at it right now. This is where I would think someone would go if they want to make a long range attack. And if it's not here, there's 2 or 3 little bumps coming up. Now, Poggy's not going, Jonas isn't going, Remco's not going. It's, it would be like a match with Vanderpool. But they might have also said, guys, we need all the firepower. Yeah, you know what? Jasper needs Matthew for the ultimate sprint at the finish. But I thought they might send someone up the road to see what happens. Okay, Russell. Charles M. Russell. And dude, I'm not really good with American art. Charles M. Russell. And yes, he lived in Montana. Dude, Chinooks are incredible when they happen. They're incredible. Like, 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius. So let's say it's cold. This is not cold, but let's say it's 20 Fahrenheit. In like an hour, it can be 40 Fahrenheit. Or 50 Fahrenheit. The change is incredible. And the winds are strong too. So generally as the winds are coming in, even though it's warming, you'll have whiteouts, you'll have blizzards kicking in, blowing all that snow around. Truckers getting tipped over in southern Alberta. Yeah, Merlier and Phillipson are just getting warmed up for the finish. Matt saying I skipped over his very important comments. Matt, I'm sorry. Dude, bro. Matt, I can't see your comment, dude. I wonder what Matt said. It was probably so irrelevant, but I'm looking for you, dude. Dude, I can't find it. Sorry. Matt, give me your comment again. Yeah, the bumps are coming now. It's going to get a little bumpy here. Weisstroffer at his team car here. They're like, okay, dude, good job. You can pull over now. Got a bottle out for him here. Guys, the flag dropped and Vice Drawfer went today. So Combativity Award is going to Vice Drawfer today, so Lotto Intermarché will win that today. For sure. Some clickbait channel is claiming that Del Toro is signing for a French team. Yeah, it's amazing what they do for any clicks. They'll say the most crazy things, and I click them. I'm like, this can't be, that's not real. And I end up reading the whole thing with like a billion ads everywhere, and I'm closing ads, and probably malware is being installed on my PC as I'm speaking. Yeah, I'm sorry. I missed your comments, Matt. We're waiting for them. Witcher November reminds me of a girl I dated a couple times. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it is very Fleetwood Mac. Poggy at the team. Oh, flashback from earlier. I saw him at the team car earlier. Uh. Mm, oh, good one, Aaron. Only Alaphilippe is crazy enough to Jens Voigt this section. Yeah, so we'll call it a Jens Voigt. What else we got? We got doing a Dumoulin. Don't be a Gareth. I would love for Gareth to come back and become a bro of the channel. I really would. It happened last year, guys, very early on in my videos. Hey, where's Don today? Where's OG Don? Actually, Don was here earlier. There was something going on last year in the channel, and I just didn't really see it all. And there was a couple of dudes battling in the channel, and I think it happened a couple times, really. The dude messaged me privately. I said, dude, you're welcome anytime at the channel. Please come back. Because the guy was super knowledgeable on cycling, and they were having some non-cycling related battle about something stupid that no one really cares about, that none of us can affect. Like, none of us can affect. We're just the peons of the world. Just, opinions and stuff like that. 132 is the gap now to the Lotto Intermarché rider. We still have 37 kilometers to race. 36 here. It's saying 35.4 here. What is Tour Tracker saying? Tour Tracker saying 36.4. So we've got numbers all over the place. I'm going to back it out to here. Guys, tomorrow we're going to have Bike Terra in full effect tomorrow. Winds are super light here. Dudes, I have even more stuff I want to show you today. So I'm going to close a couple things down. Close tab. I want to close tab. And I'm going to read the chat. Yep, shut up, legs. Looks like Abel, I'm going to say is... Dude, this guy's been here before. For sure he has. Where's Benny? Benny sitting firmly in the peloton, waiting to sprint in less than 1 hour's time. Probably in about 45 minutes time. Don's lurking. Don's become a lurker now. Oh, Don's back. Don's back. Don, I was discussing, a couple of little battles that went on last year in the chat. And one of those guys, I hope he comes back too. He was super knowledgeable, but someone offended him and he kind of vanished. He reached out to me directly and said, hey, dude, I'm sorry I did that in your channel. Blah, blah. I'm like, dude, don't even worry about it. Like, don't worry about it. Really good guy. And he did come back once or twice. Doing the Wiggins, aka the most elegant bike throw. Yeah, I've seen a few of those. Mr. DiBiase, maybe I'm wrong for feeling so strongly, but clickbait should be treated as false advertisement, in my opinion. Yeah, totally. Doing the Hamilton, racing with a broken collarbone. That's Tyler. I just joined Tyler Hamilton's Instagram last night. Just popped up. Jeff saying, I bet Lance at his bike shop, Gonzo. Yeah, what's it called? Isn't it called Gonzo Johnny's? Is that what it's called? Yeah, yeah, his Austin bike shop. Isn't it Gonzo Johnny? We got Gonzo Johnny here too. So I asked him which of his old bikes was his favorite. Even his answer on that was dodgy. Lance. Just being Lance. Aaron, doing Almeida things, riding your own pace without regard to drafting and others on a climb. Dude, I'd love to meet those guys. Got some dancers dancing around top of a big tower here. Sword battles going on. The things they do here for the Tour de France. 34 kilometers to go, guys. Weisstroffer just dangling in the heat. Soudal has assumed a dominance at the front of the race, guys. 6 riders. Actually, I think it's the whole team here. The entire team's here. Valentin Peripontre riding the back as he's the smallest rider. Notice Alex Baudin is here as well. Alex Baudin getting ready to try to claim the 2 points available. They're going to catch Weisstroffer soon. That climb is not that far away, though. Yeah, that climb is not that far. So it's 1 minute and 20 seconds. They probably got 8 kilometers to bring him back 1 minute. There'll only be 1 point available if they don't catch him for Baudin. Uno X is on the front as well. Alpesen's disappeared from the front. Binyam, just see him lurking in the Uno X train there. Whoa. Tugboat has a YouTube channel as well. Who's Tugboat? That's from Fab Cycling. Gonzo Johnny saying people always get offended over the silly roles we play in this grand theater. Yeah, dudes, I guess that's the thing. Don't sweat stupid things that you can't control. Like, dudes, I'm on Instagram all the time. It's kind of like my little time suck. All the time at night, generally, when I'm doing nothing. Usually it's like as I'm trying to fall asleep at night. And I will fall asleep. I'll fall asleep scrolling. And I've clicked on something I didn't want to look at. But yeah, don't sweat the things you can't control. Like, we've all gone through it. Financial stuff, relationship stuff. You got to lose some weight. Like, dude, it'll come. Just be consistent. Time does heal all wounds. There's always time to start a new chapter. I got a friend, he's 40. He goes, dude, I'm 40. I'm going nowhere. I'm like, dude, I'm 57. I said, do you know what I could accomplish in 17 years? I said, I could start a company from scratch and make $1 million a year in those 17 years. Because I know I could. Anyone can do that. You just got to try. It is Mellow Johnny. Mellow Johnny, okay. Mellow Johnny. Jonathan Moody's asking, where's Tade? He is firmly in the peloton right now. Just chilling. Sprinter's Day. These guys are just, let's stay out of trouble. Let's just stay out of trouble. I'm sure in the team cars for like Poggy's team, it's like, guys, just stay safe. Just stay safe. That's all you need to do today. Dog's going ballistic again. Mellow Johnny. That's right. We've heard this before. Texas slang for the yellow jersey. Anqueteling filling bidons with champagne. I like that. Dude, or dudes, it's like I'm talking to one of you. I pulled this site up today too, so we'll close the Burgess. Guys, check out the Burgess Shale. Check out the Ediacaran fauna. Dude, it's fascinating. Dudes, I was looking at this morning. Guys, I just pulled up Alberta, Canada. This is the province I live in Canada. Now, okay, some of it's a little, we know there's stretch on the map at the top because of the curvature of the earth. So Alberta does look big. Alberta's also very big when compared to the states because you guys have your 50 plus states. I always forget the number. And we only have 10 or something provinces, territories, and whatever else is. It's changed since I went to school. But I always like to compare UK to Alberta because there's so many from the UK here. So I'm going to drag the UK over. So if I click on the UK, that's not what I wanted to do. Why did I go to Iceland? Okay, click on England. It says England is 50,000 square miles. We're working in Imperial. 57.1 million people. Then actually, you can see it over here on the side of the screen on the left-hand side. Alberta, a province of Canada, is 255,000 square miles. The UK is 50,000. It's 5 times bigger. We have 4.3 million people. England has 57 million people. Let's just bring her across. Come on over, England. There you go. Now we can zoom in a little bit. Isn't that bizarre? That's bizarre. This is what, like, oh, I didn't want to move Alberta there. I want to move England. I'm going to put the base of England. That's probably Plymouth down there or something. Right? I don't know. Whatever. I'm just making it up. When people say, oh, yeah, I did a 6-hour drive. Calgary to Edmonton is less than 3 hours because there's really no stops along the way. You can get there really fast. So, yeah, you can fit 5 Englands inside of Alberta. Nuts. Another one I wanted to look at. Everything's bigger in Texas. Yep, everything's bigger in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas except Quebec. Actually, I think Ontario is bigger than Quebec too. These provinces are gigantic. I think Ontario might be close. Like if you did that there, yeah, I picked up some water, no doubt. I've tagged a bit of Manitoba. I've actually probably picked up the States, but Ontario continues down here too. But Quebec is gigantic. All of this is Quebec here, all the way up here. There's nothing up there, guys. Dude, I love doing stuff like this. I could just have a geography map channel. What do you guys think? Let me know if I should do that. Dudes, 30 kilometers to go right now. Yep, 30 right on spot. We've done 128.1. Average speed, 44.4 kilometers an hour. Over here on PCS, they're saying Dorian Goudon is considered an outsider. Yeah, Dorian Goudon does have a really, really good sprint for Ineos. He'll be involved. Back to the chat. Dave's saying the earth is flat. Okay. Gonz John, it's actually a toroidal with a flat plane of inertia that just... Okay, we've gone deep, guys. We have gone deep. Jeff saying, I was living in Austin at the time of the grand opening of Mellow Johnny's. It was a nice party, and I wasn't on the list, but there was a distraction, and I slipped in during the chaos. Dude, I love it. Dude, I visited Austin once. I loved it there. Stayed right downtown. Paid $750 a night in 2014 for a hotel that was at nothing special. Why? Because Formula One guys were there. That's where I saw Eddie. Oh, he's passed away, hasn't he? Yeah. Eddie Irvine rode the elevator with me and said good morning to me. Early riser. So I'm the dude on vacation. All my friends sleep till 7. I'm up at 4:30. Just guzzling coffee downstairs. And Damon Hill, I don't think he wasn't on the elevator, but Damon and Eddie were hanging out in the buffet area. So I made sure I went back and forward quite a bit. Yeah, I always screw those words up. Fab saying England is not the UK. The UK is Scotland, Wales, England, and North Ireland. Yeah, okay. I think I asked the question. So England is everything except Ireland, right? Sorry. The UK is everything but Ireland. Scotland, Wales, England, and Northern Ireland. Great Britain is everything but Northern Ireland. Wow. Great Britain doesn't include Northern Ireland, but the UK includes Ireland. Okay, that's weird. I'll just call it all whatever. I'm from there, so I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm going to use that as my default excuse for not knowing. Well, I'm from there, so I'm allowed to say that. Colin channels Sheldon Cooper fun with flags, greatness through geography. Dude, I'd love to do that. Aaron saying if Dorian Goudon wins, I'll be shocked. I would be shocked too, but he's an outside chance. And dudes, we're caught up. Yeah, let's take a look at this, guys. It's under a minute now for Weisstroffer. 27.6. Yeah, he'll never stay away. Never going to stay away here. Climb's coming up. Baudine's going to have to go on the attack up this climb. Yeah, Baudine has to go on the attack. Maybe I can zoom that in a little bit. It's going to really flatten things out. This is our big climb of the day, guys. Here's the Category 3 climb. 2 and 1 points available. Down to 54 seconds now. That's where we're at there. And is it hot still? 26 degrees, hot enough. Hot enough for cycling at this level. Hot enough even cycling at my level. Yeah, guys. Busy day coming up for Collie. So yeah, I talked to my tenant. I got another one where I got to deal with. I think the new tenants of a property didn't get the utilities in their name quick enough, so the owner got the utilities. So I gotta get that working. Like, hey dudes, you actually owe them some money right now, so you're gonna have to transfer money. My water bill one in Drumheller, I gotta figure that one out. Just phone calls. Uh, Great Britain is an island, and Northern Ireland is part of the Ireland. Ireland. Yeah, dude, this is confusing me. Side travel travels with Colin. You didn't get tortured with all the Commonwealth crap going in school in Canada. Oh, dude, we got quite a bit of it. We got quite a bit of it. I just always UK, Britain. I use them interchangeably. But why would Northern Ireland not be part of it? It's part of the UK, but it's not part of Great Britain? That seems weird. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, Phil Liggett would call this end of the stage a sprinter's delight, and then Paul would chime in the beautiful bronzed legs of the sprinters. Weistroff are calling for a bottle right now. He's actually, there's an 11% segment here. Out of the saddle climbing, calling for a bottle right now. He's hot, man. Whip that other bottle away. Why are you carrying a bottle if you're calling for one? Thank God for coffee. Coffee is supposed to originate from Ethiopia, but the best coffee today is believed to come from Kona. Jeff, I'm working on getting myself one of those super automatic coffee makers. Fresh beans, hit the button, let it do its thing. I'm not tamping. I'm not doing that. Not doing it. Whatever you're into. Guys, does everyone ride bikes here? I know some of you don't. And guys, in your defense, when I watched Lance Armstrong win all those tours, Contador, most of Froome's stuff, I didn't ride bikes either. I stopped riding bikes hardcore in 97 when I started working downtown in Calgary. I didn't get back on a bike, wow, for 20 years. I think I rode a bike once or twice in that time. I went and bought a crappy mountain bike from Canadian Tire. I probably had it. No, I might have rode a bit more, maybe a few times on some of the dirt roads out here. And then in 2017, I ended up picking up a road bike. I got a Villiers, Izuard, really good bike. I should have kept it. And yeah, I'm saying there's a chance. Okay, so guys here are saying it's a fast downhill sprint. What position is? Oh, who's this guy? Filippo. Filippo Belcari's got to be an Italian here. Dude, we barely seen him earlier today. He's somewhere in the Soudal train. Soudal has been doing all the work alongside Alpecin. I think we just got a Basque flag out there. Weistroff are trying to stay away. He's 160 meters to the top of this bump. Down to 53 seconds. Climb all the way. Actually, a tougher climb than what you think. Just saying it's a very dangerous sprint. Fab knows his coffee. The many coffee, I think that's what he's saying, from Austria is mostly Ethiopian. The Prince Hadrumat espresso is really nice. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's like he's wearing Harry Potter's cloak of invisibility. Yeah, I love that one too. I think one of my favorites of the pro commentators is Robbie McEwen. EF on the front here, guys. They're protecting Baudin. Baudin's in second place here. Looks like Molinar's trying to go with him here. Baudin will get the 1 point remaining, I think. Yeah, he's got it. So the 2 points are gone to Weistrofer. 1 point remaining for Baudin. That's just one little point. Sprint battle to get 1 point. It's all about protecting these jerseys. And just going to keep dialed in here, guys. The peloton is wise to Baptiste's tricks of staying away with minimum time gaps and actually winning stages like that. Dude, Dave got serious about cycling after Bauer Greywall opening day 84 Olympics. Yeah, so I watched cycling all through the 80s. I got my first road bike. I was that dude riding a road bike when everyone was like, what are you doing? I'd ride my road bike to school. I'd ride my road bike home. I'd go for 80K rides on Saturday mornings, which I don't even do now, all the way up to 97. And then I had a bunch of punctures. I was late for work like 3 days in 1 week. EF radio coming in. Probably talking about that climb there for Baudin. If it shows up here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let me just read it here. It's very slow when it comes through. It just says, if it comes to it, Casper does the KOM to beat the other guy. Yeah. So basically, if our guy can't get there, if there's someone coming around, Casper, take it. Take it away from him. But the EF guy, which must have been Casper, was looking back the whole time, saw Baudin right on his shoulder and let him go. Got 3 riders in a break here, guys. 3 riders are gone. Yeah. EF rider. I got to figure out who this is. 1 Soudal rider. Okay, I'm going back over here now. Weistroff for solo. There is a small group. It's Valentin Perry-Ponch, Casper Askren, who went over that climb with Baudin protecting him, and Fred Wright. That's why I couldn't tell the jersey. He's wearing a white jersey, British national champion on the road. These 3 are up front, and they've got an actual break. It's saying it's 17 seconds over the peloton right now. So maybe a little bit earlier than what I thought. I kind of said the first climb at 120, but any of these 3 bumps would be a good place to try and get away after the schmozzle. I thought it might happen after the sprint point, but after the climb 2, everyone kind of has a little bit of reset, and then things can develop. Okay, I'm backing it up. Jeff, back when I was a kid, the auto parts store used to carry bicycles. One of my favorite bikes was from Western Auto. Yeah, dude, Canadian Tire carries Canadian tire products, cleaners, dog food, seeds for gardening, and bikes. Same kind of thing. Victoria Island is part of the Arctic archipelago. Yeah, dude, it's bang time now. Aaron just called it bang time. If you like to bang, we all like to bang. This is it. Canada's La La Land. Yeah, guys, when I grew up, it was the Northwest Territories. Now it's the Northwest Territories and Nunavut. So Nunavut is probably half of the territories. That's probably the size of most of Europe put together. They've given it to First Nations people up there to, I guess, they run their own kind of independent government, but it's still Canada. Yeah, it's just kind of whatever. Zayusek is saying for about 5 years I didn't have a car, so I traveled everywhere by bike. Explored essentially all of San Diego County. Willem, good question. Who is the oldest on this chat? I'm 57, and I'm proud to be 57, guys. I feel like I'm probably in better shape than most 37-year-olds, even though I'm completely out of cycling shape right now. Probably could lose 15 pounds. I'm really feeling it lately, but I've just been crazy busy, and I don't have time to focus on it. Dave's mentally 12, going on 6. JD Adventure, Baptiste is a beast to stay out this long. Yeah, dude, he's been gone since meter 0. Like, gone. 30, what do we at? 21 seconds back to the group. Perry-Ponch, Casper Askren, and Fred Wright. Dudes, 20 kilometers to go here for these 3. 22 kilometers to go. Gadoosh. Bang, bang time. Right back at you. Yeah, Canadian Tire bikes, super cycles. Sometimes they buy remnants of bike brands that have vanished. Guys, Canadian Tire for us used to be a place where you get your car fixed, and now it's everything. You can buy snacks there, but you can't really buy food. Yeah, if you need like a light bulb for some marker on your car, you need a battery, you want to pick up some weights, some ammunition for your guns, some laundry detergent, rounding it up with a rake, you can get it all at Canadian Tire. John has been lurking the whole time. He's 63 years old. Welcome aboard, John. John, is this the first time you commented? Maybe not. Wow, Aaron's 49. Willem is 68. Dawn's turning 52 in September. Right said Fred. I know I was thinking about that too myself. Baptiste this year is Abrahamson. Yeah, possibly. He's got to win it. He's got to win it. Dude, I'm going to keep refreshing this all the time right now to make sure I'm not pulling a Cycling Dane off and not refreshing it. Just joking around, guys. He just does his chat and kind of forgets to refresh. But I've noticed it and I'm like, dude, you didn't refresh for 2 hours. This stuff refreshes in the timeline, but the positioning of the riders doesn't. Let's go to Tour Tracker for a second. Dude, let's go to Tour Tracker and see what the finish looks like here. Okay, it's a big parking lot there with maybe a little bit of a park. Long straightaway. I think there's one wicked corner. Yeah, this corner here looks sketch. Right here. This corner right here at the corner of this building. The road's not very wide either. So, yeah. And yeah, that's probably 800 meters to go. Maybe less. 600 to 700 meters to go. There's a corner. You better be on the front. You better be on the front of that corner. And even this one back here at about kilometer 1.1, 1.2, a hard 90 it looks like. That's going to start setting you up for the finish line. So that's where we're going to see the big trains going. Big trains coming up, dudes. 3 hours and 8 minutes of racing here. Dave got his cast iron frying pan at Canadian Tire for $10. Yeah, the old man. Dude, old guys love cycling. Ooh, I can see the chasing 3 on Weisstroffer right now. He's got a 12-second gap back to them. Peloton's only at 19 seconds, so the Peloton's starting to speed up as well. Aaron's got a good one here. In percentage terms, we age at a slower rate every day. Yeah, it is crazy. Why is Valentin Perry-Prompt one of the smallest guys in the race in the breakaway right now? Alpecin on the front again. Again, guys, I described it yesterday as a long snake in front of a big blob. That long snake, those are the guys that want to win today's stage. The big blob, that's the GC. Saying, yeah, we're hanging out back here. We want to stay near the front, but we don't want to be in that front where that snaky, curvy, swervy thing is going on. That's the sprint teams right there. They're right on the heels of the 3 out in front. They're going to catch them real quick. Weisstroffer will be caught imminently. So great day for him. JD Adventure, 59 will be 60 in August. Dude, I'm going to try to remember this now. JD Adventure. Dude, I think you said you were in Utah. Wasn't it? JD, are you from Utah? Okay, I'll ask and maybe I'll get a response here. Aaron saying, doing the Cycling Dane, no refresh. I guess that was me doing it again here. Refreshing as quick as I can, guys. Johnny is aging as we speak, aren't we all? Yeah, real. The riders do this. Yeah, this is a very common finish at Paul this year. They know this well. I guess even though they know it well, they got to get in those positions. Old, healthy guys like cycling. That's right. Release the hounds. Yeah, it's going to go insane soon, guys. It will be insane soon. And yeah, guys, for me, PCS is a standby. I do like the other ones too. Location of the riders on course. It's going to be probably, here they got 3 separate little groups, but I mean, they're all right together, guys. Basically just a few houses apart from each other, really. Ben Healy just riding safe and sound at the back right now. Ben's going to stay out of all this schmozzle at the front. Throws his bottle away right as the officials drive by. They're going to turn a blind eye to that one. Soudal, Alpecin, Team Picnic, NSN. They're all lurking. Ineos on the far right-hand side. They were discussing Dorian Godon earlier. Uno X will have Soren Verenskold in the mix here. And I'm going to keep tracking this best I can. 10 seconds from the peloton to Weisstroffer right now. Arvid Decline, is this real? He's a sprinter for Team Picnic. Isn't he? Two-door. Sorry, two-door. I was like, why is Team Picnic at the front if there's sprinters out the back? Different teams. Two-door. Just saw the dark colors there. Inside 5K, let drag racers light the nitrous, yeah. Yeah, Arvid Decline, it says he's dropped. 16 clicks to go here. Julian Alaphilippe just riding in the cars. Guys, how much longer is Julian Alaphilippe going to race? You see a flash of the past. I'm sure we'll see it this year. There will be a day for Julian Alaphilippe coming up. Yeah, no sprint for Arvid coming up. I think the last 2 days in the heat of, sapped the energy from him. Oh, yeah, the shush. Why do they do that? It seems like everyone does that now. Ogden, Utah. Ogden. Okay, I'm going to add you on right now. Don't know where Ogden is. I see it already. Ogden, Utah. Dude, you know what? I fly over your home every time I go to Cabo. We fly right over Salt Lake City here. Drop a pin. Drop a pin. JD Adventures. JD Ad. Got it. You're locked in, dude. You are locked in. Second guy from Utah coming in. Yeah, the flight path for WestJet flights down to Cabo flies right over Salt Lake City. Right over. Calgary's up here. We fly straight down, right over your house. And we always start crossing over right around here before we land in Cabo. Got to go again. I'm kind of thinking I might do a trip in August. Kind of thinking that right now. Oh, dudes. These guys that went around the right-hand side of this roundabout, big mistake there, guys. It's a roundabout that goes to the left. Obviously, you can go against traffic there. They took the left. These dudes went all the way around. You just lost 100 positions. Catch for Weisstroffer will be made right away. Yeah, UnoX has to keep Train safe. So they may not be as involved in the sprint today, more concerned with Train getting to the finish line safely. Yeah, this is going to be crazy, guys. 14.4 kilometers to go. I think that's what it's saying here. Yep, 14 kilometers. Oh, Rail saying Mahoric did the shush because Bahrain was raided by the police after the whole... Oh, really? Dude. Does not matter for Julian. He has Marion Roos to keep him company. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Okay, just... Was that Mahoric admitting that there was doping going on and not to snitch? Oh, conspiracy chronicles, guys. Yeah, Gonzo. They caught Weisstroffer too soon. That's what I'm thinking. Some dudes are going to attack now. There's going to be some long-range attacks coming. Just watch. Maybe a particular time trialist, maybe a particular strongman might give it a go. And if it doesn't work, they'll still be positioned up front to help with the teams. Seeing an Alpecin boy going up the left-hand side right now. Who's that? Kofidis lurking on the left as well. Just always looking for a guy kind of on the periphery of the group. They kind of like slide away by themselves. Like, I wonder if they're going to watch me. Right-hand side, better way through that roundabout. That Alpecin rider I was just discussing just lost. When I see him again, probably 30 positions there. Let's check out Kofidis here. Kofidis. Fretton. That's their guy in the sprint. So they will be working for Fretton here right now. Ben Thomas, he's back from last year. Alex Kirsch, we saw on the big long break yesterday. Aaron Buru, Ion Zaguera retiring at the end of the year. Baptiste Weisstroffer, dude, it looks like he hasn't even been riding. Smiling at the camera, gives it a little wave. Dude, I would just be like dead on my wheels. 12 clicks. UnoX, middle of the screen. Mads Pedersen lurking right on their wheels. Cofidis on the left-hand side. Alpecin Premier Tech all smashed on the left-hand side. Ineos Grenadiers, not anymore. Net Company Ineos on the right-hand side of the road with the Decathlon boys. So all of Coy's probably hanging out over there. Who do we have for Astana here? Does Astana have a good sprinter here? Ballerini can sprint. Max Cantor can sprint. They might get involved in this. Tim Rullier, he's chill. He's like, dude, I'm surfing these wheels. I'm in 100th place right now. I've got 12 kilometers to go. I'll be there. Not even worried yet. Yeah, I think a lot of these sprint teams... Why are you up front already? We got 12 kilometers. Gonzo, Rail is bang on about that. They did raid Bahrain back then. I think it was a way of flipping the bird from Mahoric. For some reason, Cab did flip the bird once in a Swiss and got disqualified. Who was the time trialist for Ineos that received, I think, a fine? He flipped the bird to someone. I think they were doing head-on passes, and he gave someone the middle finger, and he got fined for that. Because that's so horrible to do, right? That's horrible to do. I don't understand why. Case Bowles rides for Decathlon. He is fast, but he'll be working for Coy here. He's probably the lead-out man for Coy. Jeff's saying Tour de France TV is showing the final for free. More roundabout action, guys. Left side better. Left side better that time. Yeah, dude. One roundabout, they just lost 50 spots. The Ineos boys just lost 50 spots. They were right on the front, and now they're all the way back. Now they got to work all the way back up. So interesting. Uno X double strategy here. They got their sprint team up front, and Torsten Treen, I cannot see him anywhere right now. He is just hanging back. I'm not getting involved in this whatsoever. Dudes, let's take a look here at the 10-kilometer mark and see what we got coming up. Here's our 10K mark. Here's our group right now. Where would be a point to go? Got roundabouts coming. Yeah, I'm expecting someone to try to go here just to catch everyone sleeping. We can probably zoom in a bit here. We'll do this. We'll do that for now. Arbor Decline dropped, not a surprise. He was struggling with injury, not a climbing guy. Last year in the Tour of Langkawi, he dropped early in climbs in the hilly flat stage. Yeah, they're all back together, guys. Oh, Aronson, I think Case Bowl is on NSN. He's in my fantasy league. So if he's in my fantasy league, is he on NSN? I thought he was on Decathlon. Right here, Case Bowl, Decathlon. So I have him picked as one of my sprinters, all-rounders in the fantasy league. So Binyam's, let's look and see who Binyam has. Ineos back at the front right now. Yeah, Binyam's here. I'm not really sure who's his lead. Probably Jake Stewart, maybe be his lead-out guy. Uno X should do quite well here. And let's let this play out. 8.6 kilometers to go. Moving along at 68 kilometers an hour here. Surprised there hasn't been like a solo attack. Yeah, Case Bowl is Decathlon for Coy. Arbor Decline crashed at the UAE Tour last year. Yellow Jersey is in a little danger of being so far back from 5 kilometers mark. Soon to go under the 10K banner. Yeah, we're under it now. So we're all caught up, guys. I'm showing 8.2 kilometers to go here on PCS, and Flow Bikes is showing me 8.3. A lot of hand waving in the group here. In fact, it was Poggy doing some waving, letting his team know about this road furniture coming up. Torsten Treen here. Yeah, he's well back, but he's just in the big peloton taking it chill at the back. He's probably only 10 or 12 places behind Poggy right now. No Visma boys present at the front. Not one. Kofidis and Uno X looks like they're dominating the front now. Actually, Kofidis has got the full team up there right now. Pushing this one hard. Alpecin further back. They're just going to sit back here for now. Yeah, Tudor's main sprinter is Arbor Decline, so he's completely out of it. Willem's saying maybe Pedersen here. Yeah, Aaron Stewart should be his lead out if he's not too hurt. Oh, Stewart's the guy that took the face plant. Is Merlier going to do a Merlin and conjure up a win? Yeah, Soudal's disappeared from the front too right now. But they kind of get a little bit rammy and they all want to get up there so early and realize, dude, we got like 15 kilometers to go. Maybe now they should start thinking it's Kofidis dominating the front end of this group. And a few Uno X riders mixed in. Seeing Uno X trying to get their riders back to the front right now. Lotto is bringing up some dudes too. What does Lotto have? Lotto had Arnaud Delis, who healthy. Well, we've watched Baptiste Weisstraufer all day. Dude, but for this one here, Hubarts is a time trialist. Larbus Craps, I think. Okay, Climber. Yeah. Lotto Intermarché is getting involved. Velosold, the rider at the back who's slipping away as he declined. Yeah, he was like a minute back. Just hang on a second here, dude. Yeah. Decline is 5 minutes back right now. 5 minutes back. So he's really struggling today. 4 riders for Kofidis at the front. We got 4 riders for Uno X. Alpecin has 4 riders. Decathlon brings 3 riders into the mix. Ineos coming up the right-hand side with their 4 members. Mads Pedersen just floating through the wheels of Ineos. Message from Decathlon. Nico, don't be scared to get stuck in the wind. Okay, don't be afraid to touch the wind now. I guess that means don't be afraid to get out front. Maybe that's what that means. And Crash. What a terrible corner that was. What an absolutely terrible corner that was. Is that where we're at? Cahural rider down. Decathlon rider on this side of the road. Jayco Alula rider on this road. Dude, hard corner, and it looks like they've hit the road furniture barriers. The padding they put out with the red and white. That was just a nasty corner there. Here. Let's see if I can figure out what corner that was on. I think it was just that bend in the road there. Who's Group 7 out here? Okay, I can't see that right now. Yeah, I think it was just one of these little bends here, one of these little chicanes. Michael Matthews is down. Molinar's down. Oldani, Louvel, Van Lerberg. There's an NSN rider laying on the road here. 3 or 4 members for Soudal are here. So I'm not sure if Miller got involved in that. Yeah, it's just the way they pushed them over to the right-hand side. There's just not enough room. Absolutely not enough room. Wow. Kofidis at the front with Uno X. 3.9 Ks to go, guys. Once we get under like a kilometer, I'll just dial in here on my video feed as to what's going on. Aaron says, I'm confident Kofidis will not win. Johnny saying Plumers can sprint 2 for Tudor. I'll be watching that. I'm going to quickly read this. Mads Pedersen will fight for top 5 to gain as many points as possible. Absolutely. Yeah, dude, Johnny, exactly. Molinar being helped off the ground. Big abrasion here on his left upper, well, right on the side of his tricep, bicep area. Looks like he's got a tear on his jersey at the top. Johnny's asking the same thing. What is Confidence doing? They don't even have Brian Cocard here. They're riding like they have him earlier for him. I know. Uno X is taking over the front. Kofidis second. Alpecin is there as well. Astana is trying to sneak dudes up on the left side of the road, but there's not enough room. Kofidis is riding for Fretton. Fretton is way at the back. Fretton needs to move up right now. 3 kilometers to go. That's their fast guy. That's their very, very fast guy. Fretton can sprint. He is on my fantasy league. Yeah, Railsing. I guess Kofidis for Milan Frenton. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it was a road furniture crash. The stuff to prevent the guys from crashing actually caused the crash there, I would say. Sudal is, I think they have a couple of riders still floating around in there. Watch Tim Miller just come out of nowhere and just like obliterate everyone, a la Lorena Vivas. 2.6 kilometers to go here to the finish, guys. Kofi just riding for Aramburu, I thought. Fretton will be their sprinter, though. I think that might have been just outside of the 3K. Okay, dudes, watching this now. Crash by a Kofidis rider into the grass on the roundabout. At least he fell into something that didn't look too bad. I'm seeing two Uno X riders on the front. Guys, it's strung out and there's breaks happening now. There's an Astana rider. Ineos has left a gap. They're going to have to pull it back. Two Uno X riders on the front. Kofidis rider right there under the 2 kilometer to go banner right now. NSN coming up here now. This must be Jake Stewart. I'm looking for the blood on his face and looking for Binyam now. Ineos moving up too. Yep, 2 riders. I can see Binyam right now. He's got 2 riders ahead of him and seeing a sneaky little Kofidis rider coming up besides Binyam right now. That's got to be Fretton right there. He jumps on the wheel. Kofidis rider starts accelerating. That's Fretton on the second wheel there. Astana moves to the front. Alpecin rider coming up the left-hand side. More Astana riders. Ooh, we got 4 riders for Astana in this front group now. Only 2 Kofidis, 1 Alpecin rider here. Binyam has to slow down a lot there, guys. Left-hand corner here. 1.1 kilometers to go. That was that corner I think I mentioned earlier. And I'm just going to let that refresh itself. I'm quickly seeing here that Torsten Treen and Jonas Vingegaard are 20 seconds back. One Astana rider out front by himself. Alpecin rider there and Kofidis. I'd say the team, Astana rider pulls off. There's still 3 Astana riders here. 2 Kofidis riders. And it's going to be really hard. There is no sign of Sudal here. Two decathlon riders here. One of these should be Olav Koy. Here's that big building they take with about 700 meters to go. It's saying 600 meters to go. Now it should be a straight shoot all the way to the finish. Astana, 3 riders in the front. 1 Kofidis rider here. I'm going to call by teams, guys, because it's a helicopter shot. I can't see numbers. I can't see faces. Decathlon riding third wheel. Sprints are lighting off now, guys. Decathlon jumps first. Astana on his wheel. There's a lot. Intermarché rider there. There's Kofidis there as well. Binyam on the far right. Decathlon wins it. This has got to be Olav Koy right here. Yes! That had to have been Olav Koy. And it says right there 23 seconds ago, Olav Koy wins the stage. I'm going to say about 20, 25 riders that just came across. And now here's the schmozzle of guys coming through. Wow. I don't even know how I didn't see Tim Merlier. He finished 3rd place, guys. I am blind as a bat because Merlier finished 3rd. How did I not see Tim Merlier there? Okay, when I see the replay, I'll just go, yeah, duh. Wow. Astana was for Cantor. Mr. DiBiase, I hate seeing those narrows. I know everyone wasn't going to be able to make that corner. Wow. Olav Koy. The handlers telling everyone to slow down here at the finish. You know, these handler dudes have an important job at the finish. They're trying to like shelter the riders from the media, from the fans. They're trying to guide them to where they need to go at the end. Yeah, Koy. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I need a replay to see him earlier. I was so focused. And dude, there was 8 or 9 guys across the road. So give a bro a break, right? Decathlon looks pretty happy here. Okay, yeah. Koy, Max Cantor, Astana did a great job there. They were the most dominant team at the finish line. Here we go again. Where is Merlier? I honestly can't see Merlier. What jersey is he wearing? Oh, I see him now. He's about 10th wheel back. There goes Koy on his sprint. Merlier comes all the way up the left-hand side and goes around Binyam on the left-hand side. Okay, yeah. Koy, Cantor on his wheel. Merlier way on the far left-hand side of the screen. Snuck in there. Merlier was probably the fastest moving rider at the finish. He just didn't launch it soon enough. Yeah, great job by XDS Astana. They're setting that up. And Johnny saying Toynison with that lead out for Cantor. Coy knows Tunison well from his Visma days. Yeah, totally. Totally. Remember, Coy was at Visma just last year, guys. Astana could have won that. Yeah, they were very close there. Yeah, Peter Scan could have won that sprint. Most likely GC neutralized today. Coy looked like Pedersen yesterday, just distancing the rest like they were not there at all. Yeah, he did that, but you could see Merlier really coming back. I think the fastest moving guy, I like when they show that. Like, Olav Coy might have won the sprint, but I think the fastest moving guy at the finish line, crossing it, was Merlier. Totally Merlier there. Where was Fretton in that one? Fretton finished 8th, so that's my dude in that sprint. Anthony Churgis is always a solid guy for Total Energies. 9th place there. Varenskold in 10th. Germay finished 6th. Jasper in 5th. There was one Alpecin guy floating up there, and obviously that was Jasper. Merlier threaded the needle between Binion and Philipson, who was on the far left-hand side. He slotted right between them and went through both of them. So really impressive sprint by Merlier there. Coy just had better timing. He was in the right place, initiated the sprint. Merlier was reacting from a further distance back and just couldn't bring him back there. That's right. This is Coy's first tour, first stage win. Coy only needs a Vuelta stage win now to complete the trifecta. Great win for him. Yeah, dude, it'll all be neutralized. They're probably going to shut down those last 5 kilometers there. Yeah, just a tough finish there with that roundabout. Dudes, how long have we been going? Wow, 9:50 now. Vashik here at the finish. Dudes, we're going to do this one quick because I have a ton of stuff doing. 2 o'clock, I got to get really busy here today. Voicemail just popped in here. I don't know who's calling me right now. Hopefully not something crazy important. Tomorrow, let's take a look at tomorrow's stage. GC is not going to change today, guys. GC is not going to change today. We're going to take a quick look at stage 6, and then I'm jetting out of here so I can get some stuff done. Remember, tomorrow is stage 6. It's the Tourmalet from the east side. Category 4, Category 3. Sprint comes early tomorrow after only 58 kilometers. I've got a Category 4 before that. Category 3 afterwards. Then we take on the Aspan. You know, classic, iconic climb at the Tour de France and the Vuelta. Then we take on the Col de Tourmalet. HC climb in the first week is fantastic. It's going to be great. Oh, that was Hubarts. Gonzo Johnny, great last kilometer for Hubarts there. Look that back. Yeah, okay. Hubarts was there. Cheers, guy. Everyone's jumping out here now. Dudes, again, thanks for being here, everyone. I'm going to take off real quick here today. This is what's coming tomorrow. The stream tomorrow will start a little bit early, not crazy. 4:40 a.m. I'll probably be up at 3. Get to bed early tonight, but I have so much to do. Dudes, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for chatting in the channel.